We are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the MUGS August meeting live stream. Sorry, we just have a late come up. Hello, Ben. Oh, there's going to be two Bens on the stream now. So,
can't hear you there, Ben.
We'll work it out. So, welcome to everyone, and thank you for joining us. A couple of new faces that I don't think have been on the stream before, or not for a while at least. Do you want to say hello and introduce everyone?
Sure. Go on,
yeah, sure,
you go first.
Hi, I'm Liam Sanders. You'll probably see me floating around the group for a little while. I was the one who posted that review of the Mario starter course about an hour or two ago, I think it was.
Oh, yes. I haven't read it yet. I don't think.
It's a bit of a long one, but that's because it kind of diverts from the review, from the set itself to the theme as a whole, even though I've only got the starter course.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Cool.
We might get into that in a few minutes and talk about that, because I have mine sitting behind me ready to build. But Ben, did you want to say hello?
Yeah, sure. Ben, still can't hear you, Ben.
Yeah,
this way.
Ben.
Okay.
We can't hear you, Ben, or other Ben. Hey, we can't hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's going to leave. Okay.
Pick that up. Okay, technical difficulties. Okay, well, hi. I'm Ben Andrews. I live in the Dandenong Ranges, so it's very hard for me to actually get out to a regular meeting, which is a pain, but I'm here. And it's really nice to see you guys. And to anyone watching at home, thanks for being a part of such an amazing community. In Melbourne, we have such a rich, vibrant Lego community, let alone in Australia. There are some incredible builders, people wanting to evolve and adapt, and it's really, really inspiring to me. So yeah, that's me. Thanks.
Awesome. Cool. So we don't really have a format for what we do on these streams. So I'm more than happy to talk about Lego stuff that's happening in the world and what you guys have been building or talking. Cool. You said you've been building the Mario starter course. How are you finding the Mario starter course? Hey, Steve. Sorry. I'm looking at the chat as well. So, hey, Steve, in the chat. Join us. Say hello. We have room in the green room.
Mr. Reynolds, love you. I miss you so much, man.
You're dropping out there a little bit, Ben.
It went a bit robot.
Yeah. Don't know if you've got anything streaming or anything in the background downloading.
Let me... I might go a little bit laggy for a sec.
Yeah. Okay. You're back in.
Am I back? All good?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, please continue about the
Mario. So, Mario starter.
Dun, 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 dun.
I haven't opened mine yet. So, how have you found it?
The starter course on its own is very basic for the most part. It's kind of very introductory. The little builds in that were fun. I've personally really enjoyed like the little Goomba and the Bowser Jr., which I've got somewhere.
I got a couple of the blind bags. They're really cool.
Yeah, I've been meaning to see the blind bags.
Sorry?
I haven't seen any of the blind bags out and about. Mind you, I guess during lockdown, I haven't been out and about.
Yeah. No one's really been out and about. I actually quite like them. I'm quite impressed by the quality of parts and the printing on them.
They're a lot of fun. Like the Bowser Jr. that comes in the starter course is a really nice little intricate little build. Unfortunately, a lot of the terrain in that is very basic, but at the same time, it does encourage the modularity of the course creation itself. So, as I say in my review, I think when people start to really dig into the amount of stuff that can be done with Mario, I think we could see some really interesting mocks coming out of it, especially when people start terrain.
Yeah, and they've got some really cool parts in there as well. A lot of Yeah, there's a lot of recolors of parts and new parts, like the base bit. It's
Oh,
like
the
a
base
2-plate
bits,
thick base, but it's got room for a 2x2 in the middle.
and it's fully tiled on the top.
No, it's tiled around it.
Plated.
It's got plates on each side.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm going to pull it apart. Yeah. So it's got plates on each side and tile in the middle.
Cool.
So it's yeah, it's an interesting part. I'm curious to see what happens with it.
Yeah.
You also get some stuff like the Bowser Jr., where the shell is its own unique part, which is about a little bit thicker than a standard brick, but it's got sloped parts on the end of them. The Bowser Jr. one's also got spikes, whereas I think the Koopa Troopers are just flat.
Are they? Are all of them printed?
Yes.
Yes. So it's all printed. Yeah. There's no stickers in this. There's no self-applied stickers in the set. So on the back of the each character, there is a factory-applied sticker with a barcode thing on it. So it's factory applied and factory lacquered, so it's more durable. So you don't have any stickers that you need to apply yourself.
Why? I wonder why they would have used like a factory applied sticker as opposed to a pad print.
My guess is that it's to, regarding the stickers at least, applying them then and there. It's probably so that people don't put the stickers on stuff that they're not supposed to. Because there are some course elements that have a harder version without any studs on them. You get more coins from them. So they don't want people putting the easy mode stickers on the hard mode.
Yep.
And I also understand that it's the if you misapply a sticker, so there's a bubble in it or it's not precisely flat, it affects the gameplay. So you need to have them properly applied and working properly.
So then what, like, is the sticker itself, does it have some sort of recognizable chip or something in it? Like, why would they've used a sticker?
It's basically a QR code of sorts. I'll zoom in on the Bowser Jr. one so you can get a closer look at it.
Let me put you on full screen.
Yeah. You've got these lines that the Mario's color sensor between his legs will register.
Right.
And
you can't really tell on your screen, but there is like a green, a red, and a blue line.
Okay.
Sorry, my lights are...
Yep.
You can kind of see it.
Yeah, cool.
So, yeah.
It's clearer in person. And then Mario just reads it just by the sensor between his legs.
Yeah, cool.
Hi, Catherine.
Hello, how are you? I decided to come on stream today for a little while, and then I'll jump out and watch it on YouTube like I normally do. But I thought I need to be game, and Andrea said you had to come on StreamYard to get points, so I've gone, okay, this is it. I'm coming.
I'd also like to... Sorry, so go on, Wade.
I think she changes that every time someone asks. It is a comment or stream. More points, maybe? I don't know.
I thought well. I've watched every stream that there's been, even the ones that I've missed, like I said previously. I then go back and watch them. I watched your Heartsies thing last week, and I watched the virtual show because I had to go to work. But then when I got home from work in the middle of the night, I watched the bit that I'd missed. Mm-hmm. So I do enjoy watching it and listening to everyone and learning from everyone else.
Excellent. Well, welcome. Are you building anything today?
I bought this little box at Kmart when I went there. I know it's an old one, but you know, when you're desperate and you're in stage 4 lockdown and you need to go to Kmart to buy something, you go, "Oh, just get some more Lego. I might just need some." So I just bought that because I hadn't had.
Are you building the same thing then?
Those little blue part things. I'd never seen them. Yes, that's it.
I'm not building the same thing. This is my own version that I made a couple of years ago. That's really weird. Go Lego.
Well, I've never had these little pieces before, so I thought, right, I'll buy a kit that's got those little pieces in it, and then I'll be able to do something else. My husband, I gave my husband Hedgewig for his birthday a couple of weeks ago, and he built it yesterday, but he wouldn't let me do any of it. It was so frustrating. And they're going, can I help? Can I help? No, I'm doing it myself.
I've had that happen a couple of times. I've brought a set home and I'm like, oh, it's really cool. And then it gets built before I even see.
Yeah.
But as you can sort of see above my head, that's the August purchases that I need.
Yeah. Well, I've got the lunar module that I was given for my birthday, so I think that'll be the next one. And then my son's got the bookshop. We bought that in the Lego shop at Doncaster. Literally 2 days before the lockdown, we raced over there and got him something. So I think we're going to space them out over the 6 weeks to give us something to do, as well as just sort the Lego that we keep finding everywhere.
Nice.
Worst case scenario, Amazon at least still delivers. So
yes, there is a couple of other places that I thought about. I'd get some sets if I needed them.
I'm just going to add a couple more people to the stream.
Fair enough.
Hello, Kathy. Welcome.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, good. How are you? Hi to Kieran. Hi, Kieran.
Hi.
Oh, someone seems to be watching the YouTube video as well. There's a bit of echo.
Feedback.
It's not me.
Not me.
Not me. I've got headphones in.
Kieran, it's you.
Is it?
Yeah, the echo's coming from you.
Can you hear me twice? I don't have anything else going on. It might just be the echoey room that I'm in. Let me get headphones.
Okay.
That might help.
Just chuck me backstage for a second, Wade.
Sure.
I'd also like to say hi to Fleur, Australian, Kate, Michael, Andrea. You guys are out.
Andrea, join us.
Join us.
If I have to be here
Together we will rule the stream.
So are you building anything today, Kathy?
I'm putting my minifigures together because I figured today might just be the day that I put my frame together to put all my minifigures in.
Okay. Nice.
Figure I could use this as a way to ask other people how they display their minifigures.
Well, if you can see in the background here, this big box is all my minifigs. I've just sort of loaded them into the box.
Yeah, I actually have a very, very similar
52-liter box.
You've got a better display than I do.
I have got 2 IKEA frames and a lot of
double-sided
somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, nice.
So that I can.
Nice.
I just have to work out how I'm going to do it.
Are you going to glue the bricks to the back of the wall, or?
Well, that was one of my questions. Do you double-side tape or do you glue, or what's the way to go?
It's a bit of a tricky one because everyone has their own, I guess, needs and necessities. I made one of those frames for a friend of mine because if I displayed my minifigs, I'd come into my studio and find none of them there, and they would be all on my kid's work table. So when I was making one for a friend of mine, I asked him the same question, like, what does he want? And we ended up basically, we did a couple of trials for him, but we used a double-sided tape. There's a type of 3M double-sided tape that works really, really well, and it comes in a few different widths. And there was one that was about 9 mil, which is basically perfect for the back of a brick. And that was really strong, as long as you're not shaking the frame around and stuff.
No, it's going to go on the wall.
There you go. So, we won't have earthquakes or anything. This is Steve Reynolds' one.
Yeah, this is Steve's way he displays his figures.
Yeah,
and I think that's a bit excessive.
I don't know. Especially such an amazing superhero collection.
Is there more invested in frames to display it than in the actual minifigures there?
That's a question for Steve. I don't. I'm not going to answer on his behalf because I know some of the kids or family watch this stream. I don't want to comment on cost. Kieran, have you got your audio sorted? Oh, I'm going to add you back in to see.
Hi.
Hello.
How's that?
That's better.
Oh,
No
Okay.
echo. Welcome. So you are working from home today?
I'm working from home. Oh, well, I'll be working from home for the next 6 weeks.
So for those who don't know, Kieran is the resident master builder at LBC. And I like how you've got the Lego in the background, like the drawers.
Yeah, this is my home workshop. It's taken a fair while to get to this point, but I recommend that everyone sort their parts like this. It makes everything so much easier.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Hey, Kieran, can I ask you a question on that, bud?
Except then my 9-year-old got to them
So,
at my house.
how do you sort with drawers? Because I've got a whole lot of drawers as well, but I'm in the process of throwing around my entire system. I've changed it twice probably in the last couple of months, 3 months, because I'm just trying to find the right way, whether it be parts for parts. I've got most of my kit normally is a landscape kit because I love building landscapes. So, you know, all the neutral tones, tans and browns and grays and that kind of thing. But do you sort them into parts and color or just parts?
Actually, right now it's just part. Let me show you. So anything that I have a small enough amount of, I've got on the front here, it says 1 by plate here. It's just 1 by plates.
Yeah.
So 1 by 1, 1 by 2, I've had to take out the separator here because I had lots of 1 by 2, 1 by 3, corners. So it's not really actually some of this is by color as well because I had too many black 1 by 4s. So they just get something like that. If you have a small enough quantity of these, then you can use these smaller drawers. And then anything that is a little bit bigger, like let's say 1 by 2 slope bricks, they get one of these. So they're just all together. And it's really easy to differentiate the colors when all of the same brick is in here. So I find is the easiest, and then it makes things a lot quicker because I'm trying to rebuild some of my old childhood sets at the moment. And if you know what you're looking for and what color you're looking for, this makes it really quick.
Bam.
Awesome.
Yep.
See, I have the same layout. I have like the same system, except my colors, like all my drawers are filled with cups from the pick-a-brick wall. So every drawer has its own little color.
That's cool.
And then anything that doesn't fit just goes into a box in like unsorted pick-a-brick cups. And I need someone to sort me later.
Are those the Tactics drawer sets, man?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're really nice.
They are. They're great.
Hello to Matthew in the chat. Welcome.
And David,
I have the other Ben back in the green room. Does someone want to swap out for a minute? Okay,
I'm happy
I'll
to
pop
watch
you back in the.
screen.
I can pop you in the green room and swap you back in later if you want.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hello, Ben.
Can you hear me now?
hey,
Yes.
Good.
Headphones.
Okay, I'm actually now using. I was trying to use my dad's phone. It's not working correctly. I think there's some settings not right. So I've just had to use my Mac instead.
That's tend to work better on a computer.
Yeah.
Trouble 33, 333 is saying that they use the same technique boxes as well, and they're great for the sterile drawers as well. So that's great. So yeah, what's everyone building? Are you building anything today, Ben?
Well, yeah, I've recently finished something only, I think it was yesterday, which got right here. Except that you're probably going to have to guide me because it's probably going to be upside down because I've got a Mac screen. So I'll have to try and I'll try and show you as much as I can. I've been working on trying to do. There we go. I can see a bit better. I've been doing a sort of a combination of a police fire rescue station.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, wow,
Really coming
nice.
along.
I
Done.
love the roller doors.
Yeah, so this is actually of two different, well, three actually. I have I think it was the fire station from 2014. This part, these roller doors are from that one, I think. I kept a bit of the same there. That's from the 2011 police station.
Okay.
Those roller doors there. I've also put the Forest police station from 2012 in there as well.
Okay.
I've got I've just got a bit of emergency service things have been floating around, and I've also decided, because I thought easy access, because I just need to take this helicopter off. This and these little roofing sections there. I kind of did this uncoincidentally because I was running out of parts. That just falls back to reveal an inside. Hopefully you can see in. I'm just still trying to. Hopefully you can see in there.
Yeah.
Just lowering down. There we go.
Okay. Well, we'll see the table.
It's a very nice table.
Yes. So yeah, I've managed, as well as I've kept the original door slider from the 2011 police station.
Okay.
2011, it was, because I just like that feature. The fact that the doors slide. I managed. It's pretty, and of course I've managed to include, I've used a few sets here. I've managed to include the fire engine, because there's a difference between a fire truck and a fire engine. This is a fire engine, because I'll tell you the difference. Fire engines they're the ladder ones, but the fire engines are the water ones. So for example, that's why people sometimes refer to them as fire trucks, fire engines. They're two different things. For example, if it wants to come, I just have to takes a bit of. It's obviously ricocheting off something here.
Getting caught up.
Yeah, it's not. The set wasn't designed to fit one of these things in there, but I'm trying. It's getting stuck somewhere. I'll have to quickly. Well, while I'm getting to the back, I'll show the. There we go. I found my answer. Got in here. We've got extra room. It's because it's obviously not straight. Something just needs a bit of.
It's just getting caught.
Yeah, I wasn't doing that earlier today because I think I know what it's done, because that's the second set they did with the water pump on it. And like I said, I know what it is. There we go. I've got it now. It's because the water pump doesn't like going down there because the groove there gets caught. So I've managed to fit the bigger long one. So the difference is usually fire trucks are usually longer.
Yeah.
So that's a fire truck. That's a fire engine.
Okay.
Because as I said, the fire engines have the water, but the fire trucks are laddered and they have to pump from a hydrant.
Okay. That's something that I didn't know.
I only recently discovered that.
Yeah.
There's actually a big difference between them.
Okay. Interesting.
The water pump piece, when that came out, is that a very good piece for it? I'm not too into Lego.
You mean the water pump ones?
Yeah.
They were pretty good. I'm just gonna. The fire engine that came in the set was pretty good as well. So I'll just take off this. So it does work somewhat. Just the pump part there.
Oh, so it's fake water. I thought
it's not real water.
I thought it was like you fill it up with water and you squirt it.
Yeah, I had a feeling it wasn't real water. I just wasn't sure if it actually shot something out or if it was just a send it out, send it back, send it out, send it back.
It's not like a spring-loaded shooter. It's just
okay.
Air pressure.
The only problem is, I have to say, the one from the Burger Bar one fire truck is actually better than the bigger one, because because I'll show you that this one, if you look here, that modified it a bit. That has a big long. That is that big long tube right there. So when you press it, it doesn't go as far because most of the air will probably get lost to the tube.
Yeah.
So you have to press it pretty hard.
Okay.
And it doesn't even extend all the way. And it comes loose as well. But
that's something I was going to ask about that truck. Did the pump itself, does that tend to come loose?
Well, for this one it does, because when you pump it so much, the amount of squeezing it gets to try and put out get the tube to come out, it will eventually crush in itself and will start slipping off, which is a bit of annoyance. But with this one, it's different because that's directly attached.
There's no loss
the
of
tube
air in it.
Yeah, there's lots more air, so it doesn't need to be pushed.
Okay.
I've got to say, I do actually like. I wish if that was. I reckon it would have been cooler if they didn't need to have the rotation on that. I reckon, because I don't. It's interesting, but I was hoping that they should have done. Because what I like about this one is that front is probably one of the best fire truck fronts I've seen.
Okay.
But this one's a bit worse, if you ask me. So they could have put the front of this one onto that one.
Yeah.
It would have been better. Plus the fact that this one's a bit larger, so you can fit 2 minifigures in there.
Yeah.
So probably a bit better. And I do remember the thing I did like about the set. It's one of the real reasons why I wanted to get the set. Was, in fact, in here, people would have remembered this, that it's actually got storage for a little fire robot.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Cool.
I do like how Legos use that space.
Yeah, fully using the space. I find that Lego sets sometimes just have a lot of empty space in them.
Yeah, like
they don't use all the.
For example, the heavy lift helicopter from 2012. That one, I've got that one. I've ended up just pulling out the separator in there because they just wasted so much space.
Yeah.
On I guess a side note, the parts that go into that pump system are amazing. My suggestion to anyone that has one of those pump systems is take them apart, right? Like their legal operations, right? So take them apart and have a look at all the fixtures in there, the different diameter hoses, like the tubes that are attached to it, and especially the mount that the compression balloon plugs into. Amazing, really
cool.
It definitely has to be an improvement over some of the previous air pump systems, like the Life on Mars and the one I'm more familiar with, the Kodrak blasters from the second year of the Bionicle Iraqi.
Yeah, and the races as well, with the floor pump races. Like they were all kind of a step up from the last one. I think the main reason that these ones are so much better is they've solved sealant problems. So they've created different flanges on the inside, so no pressure is really lost apart from the actual tube itself, which is a necessary evil. But the actual, in relation to what you were saying, Wade, about what would you use them for? When my son, because I don't actually have any of those sets myself, but I bought my son one, and as he was building it, he kind of, put it down and ran off and did a whole lot of stuff. And I went over and I had a look at it, and he hadn't put the pump together yet. And so I kind of pulled the balloon off and had a look at how it worked. And then after he broke it and put it into the rest of his kit, as we do here, I kind of borrowed it and was sitting on the floor. And for thrusters, for rockets or spaceships, amazing. For micro scale spacecraft or rocket like drag cars, all those kinds of things, really usable. But a really obscure part, like it's not something
very technical.
Yeah, that's right. But a lot of fun.
I can definitely see it being used for like a super weapon of sorts from the evil mustache twirling villain.
Yes.
You ruined my railgun.
Just so everyone knows, we do have a mock competition today that closes sort of around 4 o'clock. So if anyone has anyone in the chat or watching wants to build a musical instrument, you need to email it through to the info@brickventures.com, and by 4 o'clock today, a musical instrument of any sort, any size, and we'll judge, or we'll put a poll up after the live stream, and you can win some cool Lego.
This doesn't count, does it?
You got to make it.
Yeah,
sorry.
On the subject of musical instruments, though, because we might as well use that as a bit of a segue, the grand piano.
Oh, yes. Yes.
It's already sold out.
Has anyone got it? I bought mine.
I chose the NES over the grand piano.
Same.
You chose the what now?
The NES.
Yeah.
Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yep.
I ordered that as well.
I had like a couple of $100 worth of VIP points, so I went grand piano.
Fair enough.
So it's sitting in the living room in one of my boxes, just not being built for.
I do have to say, I do really like how with the N60, I keep getting confused because I keep saying the N64 instead of the NES or the SNES, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. They're so confusing. But I mean, with the NES, I do like how they go. I predicted that it would rotate because you can see in the pictures. I think even though it's like $300, I have to say it's pretty good value. The fact that you get almost probably life size NES, two controllers.
No, it's not life size. I've built it all up myself. If you have the NES Classic, it's bigger than that. To a certain extent.
I thought it was
but
meant
it's
to
not
be
life size. I've seen a life size NES. It's a lot smaller.
Okay. I thought it was meant to be a replica of the life size one. So that's disappointing.
It's a replica, but not a one-to-one replica. It matches all the little details. I can actually get it for a little bit. I just need to mute my camera in that for a bit. Give me a moment.
Because I think, as I was saying, that I think I guess Lego had to probably expand it a bit to get all the features in. And I think at some point, I thought, when I was looking at the pictures when it was first released, I thought, is that even real Lego? Because it looked so well done. Like, especially the back panel with the sticker on it. For a second there, I thought, have Lego just stole that off a TV or something?
Yeah. I actually saw an amazing mod, really simple mod, but it was really, really great on Flickr just the other day. Someone had put up a different plug port for the back for all the European NESs that came out, as opposed to the American ones. I'm like, good show, man. Good show. Bring it back home. That's lovely. Nice.
I'm back with it. So the NES itself is significantly smaller.
But
it does still feature all the main details of the system itself, just downsized.
That's so
good. If they would have had to spend more money. They'd have to be charging more if it was life size.
Yeah, absolutely. A few of the cool things though with this is that the cartridge itself goes in like the actual NES itself. So when you slide it into the side and then push it down.
Is that a large printed tile? Just one tile?
Yeah, it's a 6x6 tile.
Oh,
and then it's 2x6 for the bottom of it to get the rest of the label.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's stickered, not printed though.
Yes, there are 3 stickers for it. The 2 stickers used on the cartridge and 1 sticker used on the TV. Yeah, everything else that was printed.
Yeah, okay, cool. Can you show us the top of that?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, look at that grill, the grooves.
They've done it pretty well.
The really cool thing about the grill side of it as well.
Yeah.
They included an Easter egg to go back to the using the negative space discussion before.
Awesome.
It's really cool. Yeah. They've really thought about the interesting parts of it.
Awesome.
What you were probably thinking of, though, with the life-size NES is the controller itself. So the controller, this is the Lego built, and this is from the NES Classic, which is a one-to-one recreation of the controller.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The buttons are a bit bigger, but...
very close.
Well, it's very close. It's a close enough connection.
Yeah, you can easily say
Nice.
Can easily recognize that as an NES.
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely.
And for those who are watching on the Pick-a-Brick stream the other day, a couple of the printed parts from the SNES are on there. So the volume dial and a couple of the printed parts from the controller are on there, but none of the licensed stuff is available. So,
So
Okay.
with the TV, what about the TV part? Because I've been running to
which
see
TV part?
I mean, in the whole TV itself, because I've been wanting to see where is
I've
that?
got to get the TV as well, so I'll be back in just a
All right.
moment.
Okay, sure.
Just I'll try and because I think there's obviously a lot. I think I can't tell if it is. I don't think they put glass on it. I think it's just. I think maybe it would have been great if they had put like the glassing. Sort of
I
glass.
don't think they'd make that panel big enough.
Yeah, it would
Yeah,
have
they
been
wouldn't.
would have been exceptionally expensive, very minimal
Yeah.
use.
And
Size.
it would have been great, but still, it almost looks like it doesn't need it because
Yeah.
one, it's not, it's Lego. It's robust enough not to need a protective layer over the top.
Yeah.
Well,
Can I ask everyone watching at home and anyone else in this room right now, who thinks that Wade should speed build his NES while we're watching?
I don't have a NES.
That would be entertaining.
I
It
thought
is-
you had
I
a
agree.
NES.
No, I don't have the NES. I have the grand piano.
Oh, okay, cool.
So-
I'm easily happy with that. I'm easily
Claire
pleased.
wants me to build it. Unfortunately, I see if I start building it, I just don't have anywhere to put it, and I'm making excuses. But
You
yeah,
could just hold it. Just
I could, but then I've got to do all the like controlling of the channel, and I'm making excuses. I know,
No, look, that's all right. There's only so many hands we have.
and it's going to take a long time to build anyway. Won't be able to get it done in this stream.
I'm actually going to try and get the instructions for the grand piano because I'm interested to see how the mechanism works. Not enough to get the set at the moment. It's just something I'd like to see the internals of.
Yeah, I've seen
I'm not a big
couple,
music person, so the appeal of the piano doesn't satisfy me. So,
I've seen a couple of people say in reviews recently that they say that the grand piano is playable, but it's not technically playable.
you can't, from what I've seen, you can't play your own songs on the piano itself.
Yeah,
It's just due to the fact that it's using a distance sensor to detect what key is being pressed.
Yeah.
Right. I'm sure there's going to be
Torrents, one of the two.
I'm sure there's going to be some hacktastic mindstorms and or power up creators in the next 6 months that'll be like, well, here's something I prepared earlier. Check this out.
Absolutely.
absolutely.
People,
yeah.
if they're given enough freedom with this sort of stuff, they will do anything. I've seen people, if you're familiar with the Nintendo Labo, the cardboard stuff, the accessories that came out for the Switch, I've seen people control actual wheelchairs with the Labo cardboard.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's possible.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah,
By the way, I'm back with the TV. I should
Yeah.
say
I'll pop you
TV
on
itself comes in two pieces. So the stand itself, I'm not a fan of how it bends here. If you can see
Seems a
it.
bit flimsy. Yeah.
Yeah, it will. It's sturdy once it gets the TV on there, but I can't.
Is it the
figure
weight
out a
will
way to
put-
flatten that.
the weight
Okay.
will push it back down again.
Yeah,
Okay.
it feels like an illegal connection, but there's nothing making it an illegal connection. That's the awkward bit about it.
I wish they
Okay.
probably. I would have been great if they tried to the TV and the stand was one piece.
Yeah, but it's mostly because it's using studs not on top
Yeah.
design for it. So
Yeah, I was curious about that.
yeah,
The TV is studs on top, right?
yes, it is.
So how does it create a stable connection?
If you see the grey bits there,
Right
those sit into the gaps here.
Oh,
Right.
Okay.
It's fantastic. It's a really nice out of the box design.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's the TV itself.
Like
Okay.
if we flip it around, as the big back panel, you can see there for a second there on the original pictures that sticker. I originally thought that was an actual. I thought that was an actual TV element because it looks so realistic.
And it's so realistic. You've put the sticker on a slight angle.
Yes,
Not
totally
100% square.
Totally
Eventually
intentional, I swear.
Oh,
Yeah, the antenna flips up. One thing I do really like, if you can hear it.
Oh.
nice. Yeah.
You can do that for hours on end.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If I can get this off, I can show you how that mechanism works.
Because isn't it compatible with the new Mario as well?
It is.
Yeah, you can sit him on top.
I'll show you how that works in just a moment as well, and part of it just fell off. But the clicking mechanism just works like this, so the gear's rubbing up against this rubber Technic beam, and there's a little stopper that prevents it from doing a full rotation.
I never thought I would see Lego be doing that, but
yeah, it's just
it
interesting.
works.
Yeah.
It's definitely really impressive. The amount of stuff that is inside this TV is really impressive.
I do really like how they actually did the fact that, because I remember when my mum first thought, she's like, "Why is it $300?" I can't remember the exact price, and then I showed her the fact that it actually, how it's designed, so it's using the feature caterpillar track to go around in circles. That is pretty.
You built it as well, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Did you love it? Okay.
This part here is how it connects to Mario. So you just put that down, rest it in the gaps there, and then as it's scrolling past, the color sensor on Mario detects where Sprite Mario is and reacts accordingly.
Huh.
Yeah, I do think there was a lot of cool little elements printed. Were they all 1x1s or separate parts themselves? Were they custom printed again? Custom made?
Yeah, they're all 1x1.
A lot of the stuff is custom printed 1x1. So there's cheese wedges used for the Goombas and the mushrooms. The Koopa shell is a 1x1 tile with the curved part on top.
Okay.
The only thing that's custom printed that's not a 1x1 is the pipe. That uses a 2x3 for the base and a 1x3 for the top.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna. It can only spin one way. So if you go past something, you've got to go all the way through again.
You can just crank it back. You can't just crank the side.
Yes, but it's just easier to slide it. So yeah, these are how they used to make the pipe.
Okay.
Oh.
Huh. Interesting.
And then, of course, Mario is a single piece because there was no way they were going to replicate all the pegs in detail.
Yeah, you have to go blocky for him. You have to custom element him.
Yeah, he had to be a custom element.
Nice.
How thick is Mario?
Like
thicker than a tile, or? Oh yeah, okay. With this just a stud on the back.
On the back.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
So yeah, I'm still really annoyed about the Osprey not coming out.
This is I think a really interesting point of contention within the international Lego community at the moment. The organization that not subpoenaed Lego, but basically gave them a word up, I think they have a really, really good point. I'm not saying that the model, the set itself, let alone the actual plane, the Osprey, is a poorly designed or created thing. But I think the whole ethos of Lego, considering that they originally didn't want to create the Lego color green because they didn't want there to be militarized things, and they really wanted to develop the understanding that we're all kind of, well, pun intended, connected. No skin tone. We're all yellow. We're all part of the same thing. I think that ethos is really beautiful, and it's one of the things that really draws me to Lego. And like when I saw the Osprey, the original images, I went, "Wow, that's mental!" I'm really excited to see that set come out. And then when I saw the press release that Lego released, and I went further back and sussed out why all that happened, and the fact that the Osprey unfortunately is only used as a militarized vehicle, I went, okay, cool, fair enough.
I realized that.
I completely agree with that. I've actually said before, I've got no issue with combat in toys. I'm a big Transformers collector as well, so that whole thing is literally built on war. But because Lego's principle is we do not want to glorify realistic combat, the Osprey has never. There is no public version of the Osprey at all. So,
also, I think
the concern with that is the company that makes the Osprey is a military-only company, so they don't do military only.
Yeah.
So they don't do anything for
unmilitary.
A part of how they tried to get around getting the funds to develop the Osprey was that there had to be at some point a public version of the vehicle, but that has not happened yet.
I actually contacted Lego, actually emailed them about it, and they said that it's not because they can't do because it's currently a military vehicle. Then I replied to asking, could you technically do it after it's decommissioned? Because the stock with Camel, mind you, that was off an old military biplane. But that's because that's old. I'm not sure. This is the confusing part that confuses me. How did it even get to the stage where it was actually put into the catalog and the pictures put out?
That's the big thing about it for me as well.
I think that's the frustrating part, because it's been teased and talked about for so long that it's coming, and then for Lego to withdraw it at the last minute. But
there was a problem with the set. Apparently, people complain. There's a gear problem.
Yeah, there's a lot of friction going to some of the smallest gears in the set, and that is just breaking them.
Yeah,
there is a fundamental design flaw with it that they can use with a product recall. But a lot of the issue comes back to the fact that this does go against what their core principles are, at least from a consumer's perspective.
Hugh from Brickset solved that gearing system recently and put an article up on Brickset about how to rectify that gearing structure. So if you do have a copy of the Osprey at home and you're hoarding it and going and you really want to build it, then jump on Brickset, have a look at the issues, and they give a really, really good write-up on it and how to go about fixing that.
Because the thing is, I recently also did. I'll show you. I'm just gonna quickly go get it. You come with me. I recently modified. Well, I did this a while ago. The ambulance plane from a while back. That one. Dang it! Headphones have got caught. I hate walking around with headphones on.
Here instead of headphones, they're fantastic.
Yeah, I've done it again. If I'm paying attention to the screen, I'll get my cable gets caught every few seconds. But so as I was saying, I've designed this like an Osprey because I've done the rotating jets, the propellers. Okay. I think it'd be great if Lego did an official version, if you know what I mean, with just the rotating propellers. Yeah. Like using probably the similar base, because that doesn't look like an Osprey at all. It just looks like a normal plane front to Lego. So then if people start saying, "Why did you make a Lego Osprey?" Lego can say this wasn't based on an Osprey because they didn't have the licensing. If you know what I mean, they didn't includedly say Boeing and Bell on the packaging, like they did with the Technic one.
Apparently, there is a plane very similar to the Osprey that is a public version of it.
Yeah, really?
I forget what that name is off the top of my head. It was brought up a lot in the discussion for why didn't they just make this instead of the Osprey? Because a lot of it all you'd need to do is just change the front end, and it would be fine.
I think it's licensing, and they wanted to do a licensed product. I'm not too sure.
Because, like I said, this set, when I originally did it, I did not like the propellers were put there. I just thought it's so easy to replicate the design of a flip thing. You just use Technic elements, with a Technic pin, and that can just rotate.
Yeah,
it's like it'd be so much better to see Lego do a lot more of these kind of styled planes. Like, for example, with this one, I'm a bit confuddled about the Sky Police plane. This does give me the impression of a fighter jet, because it's, if you know what I mean, it's so streamlined, and the fact that the police in the set even exactly match what fighter pilots wear.
Yeah.
Well,
I never thought I would see that element.
That's another one of the issues that have come up about people discussing the Osprey, is that there are absolute tons of examples of Lego bending that rule of no military stuff to the point where there's entire themes. Star Wars could very easily break this rule of no.
But the thing with Star Wars is it's futuristic, so
that's the reason why they got around
lasers, and it's futuristic. They don't want to glorify real world war, and even things like the Sopwith Camel. Is an old World War II plane. It's olden days plane, so that's how they go
get something
historic. I find it
Ben, I'm
interesting.
going to swap you out. Sorry, other Ben. I'm going to swap him out for Bok for a minute.
Sure.
Hi, Kate. Welcome.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi, Kate.
Hi.
Sorry.
I just
Ben, I'll add you back in a moment, Ben. I'm just sort of swapping. Sorry. How you doing, Kate?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Are you still working on your roller coaster?
Yes. I haven't touched it.
Oh,
Look,
you just wait for our streams, don't you?
Sorry?
You just wait for our streams, don't you?
That's it, yeah. He's meeting.
I love the Lego roller coasters. I love what people are doing with them. I just really hope that at some point Lego expands on it some more and adds some more extreme elements to it, like an official way to do a proper loop, a corkscrew, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Those would be really cool to see people use.
They are expanding the color palette of the roller coaster tracks in other weird sets. So I'm looking forward to getting more through. Sorry, Ben's back with his plane, so I might swap someone out. Is anyone wanting? Sorry.
Yeah, just swap me out. That's cool.
Okay. I'll swap you out for a moment. You'll just be in the green room, so I'll swap you back in soon.
Cool.
All right, I'm back. So as I was saying, I've modified the 2012, I think it was, Forest Police helicopter. Like, this was obviously Lego was pushing the boundaries on this so much, I reckon, because the original one, it had full blades, but all I needed to do, because if you look at a real Chinook, the front matches it. In a picture, how they really pretty much captured the exact shape of a Chinook on this, and the only thing that was different was the blades. So I'll show you what I've designed a quick. They took me a while to figure out, but it's very simple little hack you can do to make that set a Chinook. Is using this little. You get the original base propeller, right?
Yeah.
And then take this part off the cap. I meant. And what I've done is I've used mainly jumper plates for this because they're a lot more, if you know what I mean, a bit more easier to maneuver with. What I did was you have the base with jumper there and one with full on 1x2s, attach the blades with a jumper and 1x2 on each end.
Okay.
So that has to be here is another 2 jumper plates there. So you do the jumper thing, plate trick, then you put the blades onto the jumper plate so that you can see that there's movement in them.
Okay.
Quite a lot of movement. And you reattach them all. So then, and reattach the top. That's pretty much, this took me a while to figure out, but it works now. And the fact that these still will bend, so you can still, they bend, and you can somewhat pretend the blades are tucked in for storage, and you can still slightly twist them, so you get them on the 3-blade propeller, so it doesn't look like you're missing one there.
Yeah, that's clever.
As well as I've decided to take out that little the stopper in it because it just annoys me.
Nice. Hello to Matthew in the chat. Welcome. So Kieran, what have you been up to? I see you've built a cat. Do you have the big cat there? Oh, we can't hear you. You're on mute.
Yeah, you're muted. There we go.
Sorry.
Do you have the big cat there?
Yes, I do.
Can you tell us the big cat?
I'll just go quickly put this back again so you can
I did a live stream. I did a live stream this morning doing a small cat here. So there's a tiny version here. This is a cute little simple version.
I saw the live stream today and it looked really cool. And I think that's quite the clever cat build. I've not seen it in that pose before.
Yeah, it's a little bit unique. And I'll show you the big one. The big one is made of 200 layers of all plate and about 5,000 plates total.
Whoa. Whoa.
That is really cool.
Yikes.
Beautiful. Don't drop it.
It's based off my cat. Her name is Freya. So she's a 1-to-1 scale version. You can see on my Instagram or on the Legoland Discovery Center social pages, you can see the meeting between the Lego Freya and the real Freya. And we're having a competition right now. So if you have a cat and you'd like to see it built
anyone wants
1-to-1 scale, you can enter that competition.
I believe that's Freya there in the photo.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem too sure of your Lego version.
I don't think cats
Who is this imposter? I found you, fake cat.
I think it's really cool. I think you've captured the cat really well in the pose.
Captured?
Thanks, Wade.
Yeah. It's really, really well done.
Don't try and force a pun. Whoever that was, don't try and force the pun.
Catherine, do you mind if I pop you in the green room for a bit? We've just got someone else show up in the back room.
You can get right out of it, rid of me, and I'll just go and watch the YouTube. Then I can shift rooms and interact with the rest of my family while I'm watching this.
Sure, no worries.
Seeing it, yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you.
then. See ya.
Thanks for joining us today. Hi, Matt.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good. How's everyone?
Good, good.
Doing all right, all things considered.
I've liked the review on the NES, so that was pretty good.
Oh, thank you.
Now we just need one on the piano.
I'm getting there. All right.
Wait.
The pressure.
I'm hoping to get a proper written review of the NES done sometime soon. I just need to balance that out between one of my other projects I'm working on at the moment. If anyone's into Pokemon, I'm recording a Pokemon ROM mod for YouTube.
Cool. Sorry, Kathy is just asking, did you build the cat digitally or did you just build it with bricks?
Oh, there's a digital design, first of all, that gives me almost like a 3D printing layer by layer strategy. And then it's built with, I still have to work out how that's going to look when I build it with bricks. But yeah, it took about 50 hours to design it and build it.
Not surprised.
Does look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to? I don't know if you use Studio, Kieran.
Love Studio.
Same. That's been my isolation hobby. Have you used the 3D model sculpture in that?
I haven't. I've seen quite a lot of people using it. I think it works really well. Personally, I use a proprietary software that does basically the same thing.
Sure.
He works for Lego, so he knows all the software that we can't access.
I am absolutely certain. This is why I'm really curious. Like I find it really interesting and quite exciting to see the crossovers between the official realm and the abilities that everyone else can play with as well. It's like once upon a time when LDD was around, that was really exciting, and that was kind of an interesting bridge. And now there is just like there's Mecha Bricks and there's Elcor and there's all these different things. It's pretty fantastic, really.
Yeah, so it's all catching up.
Yeah.
You said there's a model builder in Studio. Where is that? Is it a separate application?
No, it's if you go to I've got my open. So if you just go to File and you go Import, you've got to be signed into the Bricklink account. Once you go Import, there's Import Model, Import Official Lego Set, and Import 3D Model. So once you import the 3D model, what that means is you need a 3D file. I think it's only OBJs or STLs, but there are a gargantuan amount of libraries online, and you can do all kinds of things with it.
We may collaborate later on doing some tutorials in Studio.
Cool.
We might have to have a talk about that.
Yeah,
I've actually been meaning to get into Studio myself. I've been doing some LDD projects during lockdown. I've got one of them up that I might show off later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can pop it on screen if you want to.
Sure.
Selfishly promote ourselves. Is that a thing?
Yeah, you're more than welcome to.
You go first,
Liam. I'm more than happy to show people's work.
Sorry,
hey, Stefan.
I'm just gonna...
I'm
this is the first time using this, so
I'm fiddle fapping around with the whole musical instrument challenge. So for viewers at home, the musical instrument challenge for MUGS this month is to create a musical instrument out of books by 4 o'clock. Is that right, Wade?
Yeah. So you need to create a musical instrument by 4 o'clock. Are you going to be building one on stream while we're talking?
Maybe. I've started and it won't make any sense.
No. Hold on. Full screen. Oh, so interesting. Okay.
And here's the other hint. That's all you get.
Okay. All right. Just make sure you get the image through to info@brickventures.com by 4 p.m. today, and Andrew will post a poll in the chat. All right, I'm going to add this stream. Are you ready to add the stream?
Yes.
The screen? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. There we go.
Ooh.
Whoa.
It's a recreation of something I designed a long time ago. Again, going back to the I've got nothing against combat stuff regarding toys, my own design for a custom combat plane.
Okay.
So
cool.
Yeah.
Good use of that cockpit, hey?
Yeah. Unfortunately, it looks like LDD went in point server because I got a new computer recently. It's deleted some of the parts, so things might not look good in the internals.
Yeah.
But I can at least show off the fact that I tried to do a fully detailed little cockpit area.
Cool.
So why are you using LDD rather than Studio?
More experience with LDD, honestly.
And Studio's got such a let's call it an intricate learning curve.
Yeah.
when Studio first came out, I was like, "Whoa, man, that's intense." LDD it is. But then between importing my models and just experimenting, there's so much that can be done with it. I love LDD. Great though.
Yeah, LDD is great for beginner stuff, and then fine tuning it with Studio. Okay. So one of the things I do really like about this, I'm just going to zoom back out for a moment. Little worker drones.
Oh, cool.
They're designed to go into that section I showed off earlier, that little hollow space.
Okay.
And yeah, that looks like that's a side effect of some of the stuff getting removed. That should be attached to something. So it's definitely something I'm going to have to redo at some point.
All right. So Matthew is asking for tips on how to use Studio. Any tips we have? And Catherine is also asking if we've got any tips or tricks in Studio.
Awesome. Okay. So, you mind if I jump in on this one?
Oh, absolutely.
Sweet.
I'm going to take your screen off now. If
yep,
is there more to show?
No, I'm pretty much done.
Okay. So absolutely.
Sweet. Okay, so I will let me. How do I go about this? Okay, I'll give you a bit of a sneak peek at something I've been working on before I further explain. Let me just find it before we jump on. Obviously not in that folder.
Make sure you open the right file.
Here we go. Okay, so how do I just click share screen?
Yeah, click share screen, pick your window, and then I add it to the stream when you're ready. Hello to Rowan.
Hey, Rowan.
Hit the button.
Okay. One sec.
Okay.
It says that I'm not able to record the screen unless I turn it off and jump back in.
No, there you go.
Sweet.
You need to. All right. Wow.
Oh. That better?
That's better.
Yep, that's better.
All righty. Welcome to Tutorial 101. Okay, so this is a little stair set and ramp. Skate park, modular skate park I've been designing. This is, I'll show you the other skate park. Those of you who haven't seen it, it looks like this.
Wow.
So this is a new Lego ideas set that I've done the last few days. It's part of skate park. So
Ben, you're going a little bit robotic there.
Oh, how about now?
Yeah,
that's better.
A bit better.
Okay, sweet. So this is a new Lego ideas that I've put up in the last few days. So you can check it out. It's called Palm Hill Skate Park. Check out the up. I've been putting up downloads of these little bad boys of the instructions. There's I think 2 or 3 up there now, and I've got more to come as we reach different milestones and whatnot. Now, as a bit of a thing with Studio, please, all people that are starting to use Studio first time, whether they've gone from LDraw or LDD or Mechabricks, there is a learning curve. There is some pretty steep learning curves. But it's absolutely worthwhile sticking with it and it's taught me so much more about the connectivity, bricks splicing in certain ways.
Ben, you're going back robotic.
Yeah, you're going a little bit robotic again.
Okay, maybe I'll slow down. How's that?
Yeah.
Hopefully that helps.
So, first of all, if you have a look here, under the BL categories, this is Bricklink categories. We have quite a lot of categories, and so you can see these top ones here: tile, plate, brick, modified. These are the ones that I use the most. So I've put them in a favorites category. The stars next to them here. Why do you want to do that? And this is one thing that made life so much easier, is that you can choose, if you are using modified bricks, you can just put them up there so they're constantly accessible. So when I'll go into brick.
Sorry, Michael is asking, are those headlight bricks or cheese slopes?
These here?
I don't know.
Okay, Michael. So,
headlight.
Yeah, here you go. Down to the side. Here, this is a fun little combination. So it's a headlight brick on the side with a headlight vertically with a plate on the top, and that creates a perfect transition between two cheese slopes. No seam.
Ooh.
Nice.
There you go.
That's clever.
Very, very nice. Really, really smooth. I can't remember where I came across that, but I was trying to figure out how to smooth. I tried brackets, all these, and then I saw this roof, and I went, "How on earth did someone manage to do that?" So I de-engineered it, and then went, "Hang on, someone's doing it right." And then after I said that, the guy who made the roof put up an image of how he did like a side. Fantastic, and it's kind of handy. Keep your Pinterest boards open, people. There is so much going on in the Lego world to share and be a part of. And things like that is the best abilities.
Next to none of that.
The website Tips and Bricks, that was on that.
Right, was it? Okay, perfect. Okay, question. Are there any specific things that people would like to know about Studio before I start rambling on about it? Please, hit me with your questions.
At the moment, I don't really have many.
So once you do one image like that, and then you create another part, how do you pull it together?
How do you?
So say that's one modular part, and you make another modular part. How do you bring that together?
These
copy and paste?
You can. I've just been doing them individually, but if you want, I will.
You can group them as a submodel.
So select all, either just drag and drop or Control A, Command A, whichever you'd like. And then I'm on a Mac, so it's G, and it creates a submodel. And so you can name it step, boom. And then that is that. Now, if you have another one involved, and I'll load one in, I'll just go import model. I'll just put a flatland piece in there. So here we go. Here's Mr. Flatland. It's already grouped like so. And I'm going to rotate that. And just for giggles, we go down. There's something on the color thing that I'll talk briefly about that people at home might find very exciting.
Ben, that's an idea, because you are still getting those robotic moments. Maybe try muting your camera while you're showing this off, because I think it might be causing issues with just the amount of stuff you're trying to send.
Okay. Maybe that's a bit better.
Yeah. Hopefully that'll help.
Okay. So let me zoom in. So I have a Technic pin. I'm just going to chuck one of those there. And then my piece. And
okay.
But please, for the love of all things sacred in the world, make sure all your stuff is grouped before you do that.
I've made that mistake many a time.
Yeah, it can be really, really tedious. It can be really tedious. One of the things I wanted to mention quickly about the color side of things is you'll notice down here, there's a little box that says hide unavailable colors. So if you don't want to build something physically, but you want to make a really rad piece of artwork with really obscure colors on parts that just don't exist in those colors, you can do that. And not only can you do that, check this. And I'll pick some really weird, let's go transparent dark pink. And then everything is like that, which is pretty exciting in itself. The other side to this is with the most recent studio update, there has been inclusion of something that I always wanted in LDD. And when Studio came out, I always wanted it in Studio. I never thought that it would be possible. And that is this. Are we? Metallic colors, mill colors.
They've just added the like glow in the dark features for rendering as well, right?
That's the thing, man. That is the thing. So you got rubber colors. Here is a whole lot of glow in the colors. Here is a lot of luminous render only colors. They don't look like anything much. But when you render them, you get this glow, which is really ridiculously cool. And there's also a series of colors in there as well. And these are originally fan designed. A fan just came up with, I can't remember his name, please forgive me. A guy came up with all of this module and then went about showing how to import it and all this kind of stuff. There's glow neon colors, which is really cool. Other translucent colors. So you can put in glowing window buildings, especially if you're going to be putting LED kits into a physical building. You can replicate what those things will look like, which is really, really fantastic. It's amazing skills.
Then you're going robotic.
Okay. Maybe
Studio might be taking up a lot of bandwidth.
Yeah.
On a Mac, Studio does tend to struggle. This is all. It might be still a little bit intimidating because this is kind of like mid to advanced level Studio knowledge. Some of this, I think, Wade, it might be useful to do maybe an entire video on just start like basics for Studio. I definitely think there's some things that if you're just trying to start putting two bricks together in Studio. A couple of things that it might be useful to know are it's really beneficial to have BrickLink open in a web browser, because if you're looking for something, the BrickLink integration with this software is really useful. If you're looking for something, you have to know what it is or what it's called in words. So having BrickLink open and being able to just search for parts or what they're called, or just search through all the different, if you're looking for a curve, you can just write in curved and it shows you everything that's curved. You can do it in Studio, but it's also really helpful in BrickLink as well.
Yeah. I personally use the search function in Studio a lot, where I type in curve and it shows me all the curves, and I just spend hours scrolling through it.
Yeah. Something actually on that. Notice up here that you got the BrickLink categories, and then next to that you have shapes category. Start with the shape category. If you're just starting off and you haven't really explored much before, start with the shapes category. It's way less comprehensive than the BrickLink category, and it'll start to help you get your head around what things are called before you start making favorites lists or before you start making anything too intensive.
Okay. Andre is requesting that we do a video on Studio Basics.
Okay,
Yeah.
So
let's.
I might talk to you a little bit and come up with
Could be a
something.
decent lockdown project over like a full tutorial series of Studio, because at least from my perspective, a part of the intimidation for it has just been, aside from finding the pieces, the fact that most of my technology has been laptop based, and Studio really does not like a mouse pad.
Yeah, that's true.
It prefers an actual physical mouse.
Well, I'm using a MacBook Pro, and the larger trackpad here has. I now way prefer it to a mouse. I've definitely used it on regular laptops before, but the trackpad here is so seamless, movement, everything about it is really, really nice. But it's tools for the trade, you know.
Ben, I'm going to
Okay.
remove the Studio
Please.
from the screen. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Can I just say one thing? If anyone does have any specific questions on Studio, because I'd love to be able to do tutorial videos on that, and actually being able to help people develop their own instructions and be able to share them and this kind of thing. The world is massive. If I can give you my email address, please feel free, shoot me an email, ask me whatever you have. I'll build a frequently asked questions list, and I'll just hammer them out one at a time. Does that sound all right?
Yeah. I'm more than happy to talk to you offline, and we can come up with a basics, because I think a couple of people were talking about understanding how to do walls or water or stuff like that, and learning some techniques. And if we can show that on the live stream, I think that would be quite cool.
Fantastic. I'd love that.
Yeah.
Well, let's do that then. If anyone has any questions, maybe put them up on the screen now, and maybe we'll copy and paste what they are into a list, and we can just keep.
No, you said
so if you've got any questions about Studio, send through some questions in the comments, and we'll come up with something. Yeah, no worries.
Now you say that, though, it might actually be somewhat interesting, potentially as a extra sort of thing relating to MUGS, potentially doing a series of tutorials for different styles of systems and that. So explaining, here's how to do water using system. Here's
and we do have something in the plan for that.
CCBS.
Yeah. So we've got a couple of ideas for planning some water techniques, mountain techniques, etc. It's just getting the time to do it up and getting it ready.
Yeah,
just some interesting sort of stuff. Yeah. Ben and Wade. Michael is saying that we should do a separate tutorial stream.
Ooh, cool.
We can work on that, I'm sure.
Yeah. Workshop some stuff. Would anyone else watching right now be interested in that, apart from Michael, who's a glutton for punishment?
Michael just wants to steal our techniques. That's what it is. Kate, I might swap you out for Ben again. Is that okay?
Yep, no worries.
Cool. Hello, welcome back.
There we go.
Catherine is saying that she would watch as well.
Sorry, say that again.
Catherine is saying that she would watch tutorial.
That's an amazing wig, by the way, Catherine.
Yeah. Oh, we've lost him. Okay. Just a reminder to everyone in the stream. Your microphone picking up a lot of wind noise.
That was because right, one sec. Better?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Cool, because I probably had it directly on my face.
Yeah. Just a reminder to everyone in the chat and in the stream, on the MUGS Facebook group, there is a post with a door on it. If you'd like to enter today's door prize to win a Lego set, make sure you make a comment on that door prize comment and photo. and you have the chance of being one of our lucky door prizes.
Also,
what's the door prize?
Andrea, you'll have to come on stream to tell us what the door prize is, please. I don't know. Andrea looks after the prize side of things.
Fair enough.
All right, I've got a quick question.
Sure.
Hopefully, some people in the chat might also be able to answer this. I'm looking at trying to get into the Lego lighting. So, what I'm going to try and do is try and figure out how to light my Holden Commodore Division van up.
Okay. So I would recommend talking to Grant from Glowbricks. Glowbricks. I think he's changed the name. So glowbricks.com.au. I'll put the link in the chat. So Grant from Glowbricks does kits for official Lego sets, and he can also do DIY kits. So if you tell him how many LEDs you want and the layout of where you want them and how many bricks there are between lights, then he can design a LED kit up.
What a boss! What a boss!
One thing I would recommend with the lighting, and this is from experience with the Light My Bricks stuff.
I was looking at a bit of theirs, but theirs is really they're really expensive.
Lighting is all expensive.
Yeah, theirs is also. Sorry.
No, you go. I'll go get something while you're talking.
Mostly speaking from an audiovisual technician's perspective, one thing that helps out a lot with lighting up Lego is having the space for the cables in that. It always feels a little bit sketchy to put cables in between plates and forcing the cables between them. It's a very delicate process. So if you can design your builds with the space for feeding cables through and just having that in the back of your mind when you're designing things, it should help make the lighting process easier in the long term.
I feel uncomfortable squeezing a thin cable through tiles and bricks because I'm just worried that they'd cut the cable.
Yeah. Same here. When I was working with someone to light up the treehouse, the Ideas treehouse, when we got to the buildings, I said, screw the instructions with where wiring the cables a different way in order to try and minimize the amount of cables trying to pass between bricks.
Yeah.
Which actually worked out pretty well. You can't see any of the cabling.
Nice.
Got him.
Okay.
So, from
put you on full screen if you're going to show stuff.
So from.
Oh dear.
You've gone robotic again, Ben.
Why? Why is that?
Could be your internet.
No, I'm all cabled up. It's to be fine.
Maybe it's a
streaming on your internet.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's it's not that your computer. I mean, the internet receiving. It may not be your internet. It may be the modem or where you get your internet from. Like, for example, if you're Telstra in Blackburn, for example, Blackburn may be experiencing internet delays, or then it's not directly coming from you. It's from the power box. We had that.
Okay. Let me.
Because we had that. Our internet just kept dropping in and out. Turned out to be a loose cable down in our power box. In Power's box, so it may not be you. It could be some other NBN issue.
Okay, sweet. Can I? I'll give you. Am I all right now?
Yeah.
These originally, I'll be definitely going to Grant. I've been wanting to for quite a while and haven't been able to. And I was talking to him a little bit earlier. Earlier in the year, I'd say, because there's one thing that I really do like from Light My Bricks. I this bad boy, but I don't know if it fits Grant's stuff. So this little control module right here, which you can see is quite tiny, it has an on-off switch on it. This little here. It has a fixture switch, which allows you to change the setting, because there's roughly 14 different settings built into this. And then it has this little wheel here that you can rotate. Yeah, that you can choose the actual speed from. So,
you're going robotic again, Ben.
My laptop at the moment, because I just took them out of a big build.
Okay.
Through. So there's like a pulse.
Yeah.
Low. Oh. Where's the setting?
Okay.
Christmas lights, all kinds of things. You can set them to phaser. You can do all kinds of things. And I think that's the one thing that Light by Bricks has been really good for. You are right. They are exceptionally expensive. And postage and all this kind of thing as well, if you want that little module. The module itself was only $11.
Okay.
But what's like, I was using them in caves for flickering lights from lanterns and stuff, and it worked really well. Really well.
And I think you can get like a cheap set of fairy lights from Kmart or something at Christmas time, and you can wire those through your build sometimes as well, and they can work quite well.
You just got to make sure you've got the right space for them, is all.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, what I'm trying to get, some people might be able to help me with this. What I'm trying to do with I'm not sure I would do it. I was thinking maybe might use some micro LEDs or something, because I need to get these headlights to shine like a normal car. Then when the lights to go on, I want these things to flash again.
Okay.
Because when
you might be able to use the Ghostbuster lighting kit that they had.
Exactly.
So, the Echo One.
Yeah, the Echo One. So Glowbricks has the Echo One Ghostbuster kit that has like all the headlights and all the little bits and pieces already wired in a kit for it, and it's designed to fit into a car. So that might be worth.
I think that would be great, because that'd probably be the next step, trying to get that thing, as well as the fact that I've finally solved the steering issue.
Yeah.
So as you can see there, this is actually, I've just used Lego chain, because I didn't know how to connect the wheels. So it kind of behaves like suspension, because when you apply pressure, because it's actually using the pins without friction connected into a part, they just, some weird reason, can just bend.
I'm guessing you don't have a lot of experience with the more intricate Technic systems.
No, not really. I'm trying to branch out to that.
Fair
I'm
enough.
not really.
Nothing against it, just something I noticed, especially when you were showing the helicopter earlier. There's actually a Technic element that has the 3 axle points that you could have used for those helicopter blades. They wouldn't have been able to compress in very far, but lock them in, make it look a little cleaner, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because mind you, I did that build a long time ago, and I'm slowly getting into because as much as I'm a big experienced builder, but I'm not the best at Technic yet. I'm mainly more in. I've built quite a few little cool things. Matter of fact, I'll be back in a sec. I've got a pretty cool model.
Okay.
I don't blame you for that sort of stuff. Most of this Lego experience I had growing up was dealing with Bionicles. So while I can do stuff like this with relative ease, a lot of the more intricate system stuff, a lot of the more intricate Technic stuff, that's a little bit more something I need to rely on instructions for to learn the process.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be back in a sec.
Bionicle?
Yeah. Using the new CCPS parts, that was my attempt at learning some of those. But then adding some of the more intricate stuff like the plating over the cannon, which just works thanks to a little lightsaber beam to connect it to the plates.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Also locks it in perfectly so that it looks like a seamless connection into it.
I'm back.
So, cool. Can you show us that cannon again?
Sure.
Yeah, that's really cool, man. I love those silver bits in the middle. They're like one of my favorite parts, man.
I wish I could get more of these silver bits. I could think of a lot of reasons to use these silver bits, but I've only got 4 of them. So, really
Are they
annoying.
rare or something, or hard to find?
Yeah, they only came out with the second half of the Fantoka Mystica sets. So only 3 of the characters had them. Some of the vehicles had them. But it was near the end of the original Bionicles line, so...
Bionicles was before my time, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that was... Bionicles it goes in buildable figures. Bionicle. Till then it went Hero Factory. Then back to
Bionicle as well. There was stuff like the slices.
Yeah, slices. That's what I was trying to think of.
Okay.
Don't forget, wasn't there Knights Kingdom at one point?
Yeah.
Yep. Yes.
The big Knights figures that came in those cases. They were really cool.
They used some of the joints for they're still using them for some of the bigger mechs, but they used to use them for like the Exoforce mechs.
Yeah.
The ball joints, the massive ones.
And even if you want to go back to a really gross period of time, the Galador sets, even a lot of those were like some weirdly molded construction kind of set with the ratchet arm joints and that kind of thing as well.
Do we really have to bring Galador into this?
Yeah, always. Don't make me come over. Bailey made me watch it.
You're not allowed to. You can't be more than 5 kilometers away from your house.
I think we might have to get my division of van to come and arrest you. Anyway, as I was saying, the mock I've been working on for a while now is actually a lot of people. As a matter of fact, it's discussing Von. You know what I mean? I've been working on. Hopefully, you can be able to see this. Some people would recognize what that is. I would put it full screen. Just so I can still. There we go. So I can see, because I'm still working with a camera. Here we go. This is my version of the Millennium Falcon. I've been working on this one for a while. We've got in here. Just take off. Hopefully you can see. There you go. In here, this little section here. I just can't be bothered. You've got the missile tubes. Which this part just comes off to reveal the set of 4 missiles. I haven't been able to do it on the other side, the underside, because it's just too hard. Like, the sizing and scale is not the best. The Technic frame on this, as I said before, it's got a bit of a Technic frame, but I find it very hard to work with Technic. So then we've got, I'll run over to the cockpit, that cockpit comes off, where I've managed to somewhat cram Chewie and Lando onto a full base, so they just about sit comfortably. We've got extra room for other people, right there, L337, right there. You have to watch Solo to understand what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Which, if you don't...
We're saying that you've taken over the house with Lego. What do your parents think about that?
Oh, very good question. I think I've pretty much taken over the house with Lego. My room's stuffed with it. We've had to expand it. Basically, everywhere within my house there's Lego. But as I was saying, I knew that question was going to come up eventually. So then this part here comes off again. this is, mind you, this was based off the latest Falcon. I got that. I thought there's so many things I didn't like about it. So you've got extra room there, which this original set didn't feature.
Mm-hmm.
This part, I can open that up. You can see the opening bay doors from the bay doors open. Because I'm looking at the Star Wars book about the Falcon. It's got extra opening doors there.
It was originally used for its escape pod.
Yeah.
Yeah. That explains a lot, actually. And then this part slides up there. So we've got.
So you've modified this, or is this the set?
Yeah, I've modified this heavily.
Yeah.
Like the actual Falcon. So then we've got here. Hopefully you can see that.
Yeah.
This little section here. Oops, I knocked up the wall. Has got smuggling pods. They've got one for each of them. Just to make sure I've still censored. There we go. Then backing up here. This opens up again.
Uh-huh.
I've decided to get a better done. What's it? Bed storage things. So beds. Then I've redone the gunning pod as well.
Uh-huh.
So from about, hopefully you can just about see it. I've cut a hole. I've decided to cut up part of a hole in the original mainframe, so it will give me the ability to do that.
Yeah.
And we've got this thing simply just slides out.
Okay.
And of course, I managed to also include the famous scene with Luke and Lando where you can stick a minifigure. I'm just going to pinch C-3PO. No, I'll leave him there. I'm got a random minifigure.
Could you lower the camera down a little bit?
There you go.
There we go.
I was going to pinch this random minifigure, which my brother must have made at some point. They can just have someone sitting or standing in here.
Okay.
So
Nice.
it's pretty much Falcon, as well as I've redone. I'm probably gonna the interior part here is we've got again that one's fallen through. Got the storage thing from Force Awakens part, the hollow chest. Please correct me on the correct name because I can never pronounce it correctly. It's like Dizralik. I can't. And then we've got sort of a bit, probably slightly worse than the original, but looks a bit more cleaner couch.
Dejeric.
Yeah, Dejeric, that's it. Thanks for that, because I can never remember those. It's such a weird word.
You've done well.
So, yeah.
This is a good segue, actually. Gary has popped in with his dad joke of the day. Just letting you know, celebrating all things Star Wars, Hungry Jack's is releasing their new Wookiee burger. It's okay, but a little chewy.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it's better than the Big Jack, which is totally
that
Big Mac.
That Big Jack, that is just. I think Mac. I'm surprised Mac hasn't sued them over it yet. Which I think they technically can't, but
I think it's a joke. It's just a joke.
I know. I think.
Sorry, I have Andrea in the green room, so.
I'll jump in.
I'll actually duck out as well, Wade, if you have people who want to join.
Sure, no worries. Okay.
Check me out. I'm just building.
Okay.
So.
All right, no worries. Thanks for joining us, Kieran.
Thanks very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, dude.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah. Hello.
How's everybody doing?
Yeah, good.
Good.
Yeah, all right.
Pretty good.
I have Elizabeth in the green room as well, so I might swap someone else out.
Yeah, I'm happy to go. I'm just sitting here building, so.
Okay, I'll pop you in the back room for the moment. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi.
Oh, and
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Yay.
How you doing?
Yay.
Good to see you both.
You could have let me do my hair first.
Now, where would the fun be in that?
Where would the fun be in that? I don't know. Hi, everybody. Long time no see for a lot of you.
Yeah. It's been a while. We haven't actually got you on the live stream other than a brief wave, so it's nice to have you join.
I really like your beard vision.
Yeah, it's
like it's a bit hard
fantastic.
To hold it far enough away. There you go.
Wow, majestic.
Lego stand.
Oh, that only gets you a couple inches further away.
Use a Lego stand for his beard.
No, to hold the.
Oh.
The iPad.
Need widescreen.
Oh, I made this. It's not all genuine Lego. Don't hassle me for that. It was just one of those minifig cases with a few bits of Lego shoved on it to hold an iPad. It works.
Works well.
So yeah.
So
as you might have seen by my latest comment on
the green room, someone else.
A lot of wood turning up lately.
That'll go.
Yep. Drop me out.
Yeah.
Good to see
Hi,
you, Ben.
Anita.
Oh, hello. How we going?
Hello.
Hola.
Been watching from behind, but it's all good. I'm here now.
I almost didn't recognise you there, Ben, for a minute.
Sorry? You're a little bit
Yes,
far away from the
huge
microphone,
difference.
Darren.
Oh, I better come in closer. I said I almost didn't recognise Ben there for a minute.
Yeah, I'm aerodynamic now.
We haven't seen him since Brickvention. It's been so long.
Yep, I'm short down here and short up top, and I'm all varieties of short.
You did your hair for the stream, didn't you? That's what it is.
No, actually, it's completely. I have no control over it. I just let it do its own thing, and I wake up looking like a clown, and I go to bed looking like a different clown. And so at the moment, it's decided to be a hair model, and it is things.
So you could have said in an hour.
At least it's better than my hair.
We wouldn't have known, you know.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning and my partner goes, "Hey, looking like a greaser," and I went,
Maybe it's time to wash the hair.
yeah. Sorry.
I mean, if anyone watches like the Australian Ninja Warrior stuff, at least you've got better hair than Dirt, who apparently didn't wash his hair between the seasons of the show.
So,
no, Michael, it's me.
Michael has just worked out who you are. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
It's okay. I look like everyone else. It's fine. I get it.
How you doing today, Andrea?
You might look, but you're not like.
Yes. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Yeah, housework and boring things. Trying to get to Lego.
Trying to get to Lego. What are you building today? I didn't see your comment on the door prize. What are you building today?
Me?
Yeah.
Nothing. Sanity, hopefully.
Sanity.
Yeah, where's the fun in that?
Where's the fun in that? Hang on,
Yeah,
I should look out to my little prize box and I'll get a prize for the door prize, shall I? It's just out of shot. This one.
People wanted to know what the door prize was, so you know.
All right. Well, this is the biggest thing that's in the prize box because they have to be little to post. You see.
Cool.
So.
Okay. Ooh. Big champions. So
Mm.
everyone watching in the stream and on the channel, if you don't comment on the post on the MUGS Facebook group, you won't be in the prize draw, but you could win the Speed Champions Fraser.
So I can cast that into a block of resin and use it as paperweight.
Sorry.
I can cast that in a block of epoxy resin and use it as a paperweight.
I just saw your post on the door prize about setting some Lego into epoxy.
Yes.
It's like sacrilege, and I'm like,
I know, that's exactly why I posted it, because you know my thoughts on things like that. You don't glue things.
Did you actually do this?
I was having a big stir.
You didn't do this though.
No,
right?
no, I didn't do that.
This isn't your thing. Okay. You're forgiven then.
President business on steroids.
It's like
Yes.
okay.
Well, actually,
I posted as a deliberate stir.
actually, Darren, here's one that I've actually prepared earlier. This is actually a piece of Lego cast in ABS. Check that out.
Wow, that's perfect.
Oh wow.
What's ABS?
What Lego's made from. I'll hand you over to Elizabeth now.
I think your joke just missed the mark there for a minute.
Oh, yes, he does look a bit different, doesn't he?
Now he's going all blushy.
Hang on. I've got stripy pants on. So
No, they're tartan.
Person.
They're tartan. Even
Tartan
better.
stripes. You know, it's stripes like this and stripes like this.
At least we all
So this is what I've been missing out by not watching the streams or joining in them until now.
They're making fun of you. Are you building anything today, Elizabeth?
No, not at the moment. I haven't built much for ages.
Oh.
I've made
I guess
a
it
few
is quite hard.
masks.
I guess it is quite hard to get some Lego at the moment with all the lockdowns and the shutdowns.
Oh, we've got plenty of Lego.
Just lacking motivation then?
Yes.
Fair.
Darren, can you put that stand back together again?
I don't think anyone would blame you. It's part of the reason why some of my reviews have been slowed down lately. I've been meaning to do a review of the Haunted House as well, but that, along with my army of Decepticon fish, it kind of had to be put down to the backbone.
Hang on. Sorry. Decepticon fish?
Yes. The Seacons.
Of course.
Gary, where are you? You're not talking about Transformers.
See if I can.
I know. I was just thinking the same thing.
Okay, we're not a Transformers channel here, people. We're a Lego
Yeah, I
channel.
know. I know. That's why I'm not going any further with that. I'm just saying like that's just an example of back order stuff.
Dear.
I might
So-
show you another time, Ben, if you're interested.
Please.
So I guess everyone's heard the news by now that Brickvention next year is not happening in the physical form at the moment.
Yep.
And just hoping that we can do something different, keep the live stream.
Andrea,
Yeah.
did I just see? Was that collective weight just that came off your shoulders just then when Wade said that?
It sort of
I thought I just
given
saw
me
that.
back a lot of time in my life. You know, the few weeks before Christmas will be very quiet now. I'm
Why-
running around.
Wow. I
Mm.
think I actually saw that happen. It was like
My youngest son's birthday is on Brickvention weekend. So every year I ring you and I go, "Happy birthday, I love you, I've got to go buy." So he gets
So
me
this
back.
year is getting a party? Is
I
that
might have
what-
to throw a really big party to make up for the last 3 years of him. So yeah. No, look, it's a bit sad because we love doing it, but yeah, it's just
yeah.
With the amount
unfortunately
of
the
stuff
way it is.
that's just going on at the moment, it's completely
Yeah,
insane.
the world is how it is at the moment. We've got to be safe for everybody's participation.
Well, there's a good chance that neither of us will come down with something after that to spoil my birthday, which has happened for the last few years, which is only a few days afterwards. So,
Well,
Brickvention. Michael just said Brickvention 2021 event. Brick just skyrocketed on Bricklink.
I'm the person that organises the bricks, so yeah, I've got the market cornered.
Damn it, she's a scalper now.
Let's go.
Andrea's walking around with a big link necklace of 2021 Bricklink badges around her.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll sell
So-
something cheap, Ben. You and me.
333 Trouble is asking how a digital Brickvention would work. We're not quite sure what's happening with the Brickvention weekend at the moment, and if we'll be doing digital versus something else.
Yeah, look, we're still looking at loads of options. Obviously, we've just basically decided that there won't be a prevention as we know it. So there's still lots of things to look at, technical issues and all that sort of stuff. So we'll work through that.
And workshops and talks and things would be good.
Yeah, we're hopefully going to try and do some of the workshops and talks and stuff on the live stream during the year rather than just at Brickvention. But yeah,
because that's to me, it's one of the best parts of the of Brickvention is the the things on
the presenters.
What's the name?
The presenters
and so on the fan day.
Yeah. Absolutely, and actually meeting and talking to the people. I think it's not the same without having everyone there and the people that you see that one time a year. So but something will happen. We'll keep everybody updated on the channel and on the MUGS Facebook group when something is announced. So keep your ears to the ground.
But it should be fairly easy to organise a few, guest speakers or something like that, or workshops on, tree making and things like that.
Yeah, and possibly now that that we are very aware that it's happening, it's not like it's a month away kind of thing. People could pre-record a whole lot of stuff. And so then there's no stress about turning up on the day because the files could already be there, all that kind of thing. So I was actually thinking about this a lot over the last, since the announcement of BV happened, that hallowed email, that maybe, let's face it, I think the world as we know it and how events are running in general is radically shifting. And so even if we go back to a physical form of BV, please, at some point in the future, I think that this kind of time to create bridging and create new ways to reach our community that can't come down to Brickvention, that are based in Sydney or are based in Wodonga or are based somewhere that they don't have transport to get there but have always wanted to be there. Maybe this is time that we can actually run a group of different things, different presentations online and this kind of thing too.
I do hope the virtual MUGS meetings continue throughout next year when we get back to physical meetings as well. I think that's just something that we should do to reach people that can't travel to MUGS every weekend as well.
I need to say too, the virtual MUGS meetings wouldn't happen if it wasn't for you, Wayne. So that'll be a case of
it's kind of boring when I'm sitting here by myself and no one else is with me though. So it does come down to the whole community and the people that want to come on and talk. Speaking of which, I've got Steve in the green room. Does anyone want to swap out for a moment?
I'll swap out.
Happy to.
I'll catch you guys later.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Bye.
Okay. Bye, Andrea. Thanks for joining.
I will say that regarding the digital...
Andrea running away because I'm coming here.
I know.
She dragged me into here and she goes, come in. I come in and she runs away. Hello, guys. How are we going?
Good, Drew. Good to see your face, man.
I love all you guys, but that guy in the top corner there that I haven't seen forever, man, I'm giving you virtual hugs right now. You know that. You feeling it?
Dude.
I'm feeling the love, bro.
Love you guts, man.
I know, man. I love you too, dude.
He's looking very distinguished at the moment with his hair like that.
Oh, Ben is. Absolutely.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
I'm faking it.
I'm faking it until you make it.
With the longest hair that I've had in ever.
I'm just happy this grey rinse that I've put in is working well. It makes me look old.
Yeah, dude, you look amazing, man.
Like a wizard.
You're a wizard, Stevie.
Mine's working even better, Steve.
I know. It must be something in the water on our side of the city, I think.
Might be.
We'll claim that.
Although our
so,
water comes from Western Port water, not your Melbourne water. So.
well, there you go.
But if you go and look at the population of Phillip Island, you'd say everyone's been using it. So.
Oh, I'm not allowed to travel to Phillip Island.
Yeah.
5 kilometres, not even. We're lucky. I'm 4.9 kilometres from Big W, and they close it anyway. So just
I would say you can at least use the website, but let's not bring up the toy sale debacle.
Yeah, there's Target, Big W, Toy World. There's lots that I could go to in Pakenham, which is good. So yeah. So I don't know about you guys. We've been moving stuff around the last sort of couple of days to make the house a bit more user friendly. So yeah, I'm finding that there's old mocks that I've got that need to be demolished. So yeah.
Steve, you'll appreciate this, but I cleaned off my desk, so I've got half a desk available of space now.
Wow.
Half a desk.
Like, well,
that's good
quarter
going.
of a desk. I got a quarter of a desk. I have room anyway.
You need to buy more desks. This is cool. I got this one from Kmart.
I don't have room for more desks.
Let's put it next to you.
Steve, you'd have classrooms going on, wouldn't you?
We do. I've got. Say hi, Liam. Liam's desk is next to mine at the moment. Not that he's doing schoolwork. Harry's got a desk in the toy room, bedroom, whatever it is, and Mason just works off my desk. So yeah, it's a little bit cramped with the 3 kids. So yeah.
How have you been finding remote learning?
Stressful, tiring, lots of tears, and the kids aren't happy either. So yeah, not good.
Is that because you have to relearn math?
No. It's not so, I mean, it's well. Here's the thing: was it long division? Long division is different to what it used to be. So yeah, you have to put reminders instead of actually point this. It's just different. So you have to learn. You have to relearn things. But yeah, only when the older kids get stuck. And Liam's fine. It's more Harry's question. But it's Mason like trying to learn, 2 letters that go together like SH. It's frustrating teaching like prep, foundation, whatever you call it. Not easy. So yeah, we took this week off.
Except after C, in case of the whole rules.
Except for exceptions. There's so many exceptions, it's not a rule anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
At least it could be worse, and you're not dealing with anyone who's in year 12 at the moment, and all the stress of that on top of remote learning.
Yeah, no, we're lucky. Liam's only year 9, so we're not stressed about. Well, we're stressing about VCE for next year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, Michael gets me. It's running out of room. Like buying a new desk, running out of room. It's not a long-term solution.
It's a temporary.
To put the desk.
Yeah.
Just on top of
another desk. So many areas.
No, you just get a really, really high lift gas-powered chair, and you just stack them like bunk beds. Like,
dude, I'm thinking Dwight's mega desk. Have you seen Dwight's mega desk from The Office? Surely someone's seen that.
Yeah. Now I'm just imagining something like Emmett's triple-decker couch, just with desks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It would.
Exactly my point. Absolutely. Why would you not? I
could think of a few reasons.
You didn't learn that in science. Good on you, Gary.
Gary, you're only allowed 1 dad joke per.
That was a pretty good one though. I almost changed my facial expression on that one. That was good. It was almost a movement.
Yeah, not the facial movement you were expecting.
Well, I'm glad you went there and not somewhere else.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you.
So just a reminder, if you haven't built your musical instrument for today's mock competition, it finishes at 4 o'clock.
Oh, man.
So you need to email it to info@brickventions.com.
I haven't built
anything.
anything.
Getting the post at the moment because I didn't see that.
I was thinking creating something that's powered by beans. That's musical, isn't it?
Sure.
Only if you make it musical. If you make it musical,
well, I can hold a tune. It's all good.
yeah. I'd like to see you hold a song.
It's it's a chorus. It's a chorus in P minor, not major.
And I posted on the MUGS group earlier in the week about pop culture flattened.
Yes.
That I was running a polybag giveaway. So if you've come up with any pop culture flattened images this week, and you can get them submitted by or posted on the MUGS group by sort of tonight, I guess.
Can you explain what I haven't seen that? Pop culture.
You know what's funny? Wait, we were talking on the phone, and you're talking about this.
So someone stole your idea, right?
I should do the Ghostbusters, and then it's already there, and I'm like, yeah, I don't feel like my heart's in it anymore. I just couldn't do it after that. They did it too well too, so it's not like it needed to be improved. It was done well.
So I will explain then. So I'm just bringing up my screen. So Brothers Brick posted an article about pop culture flattened, and it's basically using a small amount of tiles and slopes or study bits and making recognizable characters.
Oh.
So
yes, I did see this.
Yeah. So I sort of put it to the MUGS group that if someone wants to try and create their own pop culture flattened thing, I'll gladly give away a polybag to the best one. And my judging was final. So this is the Brothers Brick article. So there's some ideas already being used on this. And there's some quite clever ones there.
So good.
And we've already had some really cool entries on the MUGS group.
Strange.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Is that from the site?
Yeah, this is from Brothers Brick. So these ones have already been done. And so if anyone's got any ones that they want to do, you can submit them by the end of today, and I'll make a ruling and donate a polybag to the cause.
Cool.
So yeah, just post it on the MUGS group. I just like the idea. I think they're simple and they really tell a story. Yeah,
sweet.
You can have a chance to win a polybag. So we've already had like Ghostbusters and the X-Men being posted on the group, and I think Snake as well. So there's quite a few different ones that are worth doing.
Very cool.
Have a chance. Got to be in it to win it. That's it.
Oh dear. I'm having a hard time pulling my musical instrument together because I think I bit off more than I can chew.
Oh, is that another hint? I feel like
no. That's just me freaking out. Yeah.
Well, you've got like 2 minutes left. I'm trying to think of a musical instrument that you play with your teeth.
It's got nothing to do with teeth. And if you did play with your teeth, you'd have a broken face.
Maybe the spoons. No.
Maybe an industrial German band might use one like that, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know if that would actually work.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
I mean, I technically could cheat and grab the organ out of the haunted house, but that would be cheating.
No, it's got to be original.
I was going to say it's also a giveaway now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only cheating. Oh, yeah. No, fair call.
Yeah. Anita, what are you building at the moment?
Sorry?
I am not building at the moment. I'm counting parts, actually. A friend has requested some pieces, so I'm counting up what I've gotten to see what I can help her out with. She's creating her dream home out of Lego, obviously, as a way of getting her husband into it. Otherwise, she's taken over the house. Yeah, so to get him enthused, they went, let's design our house, dream house. They've got blueprints, so they're working off a blueprint situation, but they basically said, what do you got? Okay, I'll work out what I've got, what I can help you with. So that's all I'm doing today. It's always sorting, you know.
I remember seeing an article.
I might get into something else later down the line. I'm without work for obvious reasons. Yeah, my shop had to close this week, so I'm not allowed to take in any new work, which is really frustrating.
I was going to tell you.
Yeah, trying to live through it. You know, the drill.
I was going to tag you. Someone was asking how to frame the Lego Arts sets, and you should use this time to come up with some sort of glass covering for the Lego art sets and see if you can market that towards AFOLs in isolation.
No way, count your parts, do what you need to do, have fun with that. Don't keep working, just take time off.
That too.
That's unpaid work. Take it as holidays.
Coming from someone who's been out of work since about March, it gets a little boring after a while.
I've not.
Oh, we can still hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hello?
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 No reaction?
She's frozen, I think.
No,
that's all right.
Did you pretend to talk like I did?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Steve, we have a request.
I'll go. It's all right. Damn.
To show your tower.
Does anyone know sign language so that she can hear us?
I heard the numbers.
This is being destroyed, so I'll show you. I should tip it up, and just let it go.
Oh, please.
It's
why are you destroying it?
I just had enough of it.
No, it's back now.
I've had it forever. I had this on display at Brick Venture 2016, so it's had a good core, had a good run. And I can improve my building from, if I wanted to rebuild something like this, I could do it much better with a lot better techniques now. So, yeah. And plus all these cool Iron Man figs I've managed to get out of it.
I was thinking you were going to show the new Avengers tower.
No, I haven't got that one yet. Your house is a Lego store.
We had this conversation already.
Yeah, I usually get the blame, don't I?
Lego store where you can't buy anything.
Things arrive.
I'm telling
Wade says to his Steve, I'm putting that's on hold for the other Steve.
Yeah. Yeah, Steve gets the blame for my purchases.
I do, and I have no control on or say on any of this, but I get the blame.
Yeah. He is the scapegoat for me.
No, Steve, no.
We have Brent in the background.
I'm happy to go. I'm always on the streams.
Do me off, man. That's cool. Whatever's clever.
I'm happy to go because I want to go for a walk.
Okay. I'll take you out then, Elizabeth. Thank you for joining us.
Nice
see you, Elizabeth. Say hi to Darren for me.
The sun's out. Darren's here. You can say hello to him.
Oh. Hey, Darren. How you going, fella?
Oh, Darren's hand again.
Hi again.
I did see the massive hair earlier.
All right. Thanks for joining us, guys. It's nice to see you again.
Yeah. Sorry we were late, but I forgot this on, so Darren.
You were late. You got here this afternoon, so I don't mind when people pop in and out.
Yep.
All right. I'll
Make
take
most
you
of
out
the
for the
sun
moment.
while it's here and go for a bit of a walk.
It's a good
So,
idea. Get some
yeah.
sunshine.
Yeah, I
The
think we
clouds
need
seem
it.
to be coming in.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, thanks.
for
See
joining
you
us.
later.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Hi, Brent.
Hey everyone.
Hello.
Hi. How you doing?
Not too bad. I forgot about it. This was on and I got distracted as well. So I was like, uh-oh. I just realized coming up just after 3 o'clock. I was like, uh-oh. Just quickly jumped on. I thought I'd pop in, say hi, and ask a question of everyone. For storage of and display of minifigures, what do you guys normally use?
Hey, Steve, turn your camera around. Da.
Yeah, but that's for Steve.
Where do
He's
I
only
get
got a
those?
couple.
Because I've got this space up here. It's big enough to fit a 32 by 32 panel roughly in thickness. But I was just wondering, like, where would I go to get those those yellow display things that you got?
They're not available anymore, I don't think.
Yeah, they're pretty old. I mean, a lot of people at the moment are upgrading their storage, and it used to be you would fit 16. Yeah, you could fit 16 from a CMF series, but they're getting to be 18 and 20 at times. So it's a lot harder to store your figs from a series.
You can get the non-official Kmart ones like this from Kmart.
Just what, from the physical store or online only?
Both, I think.
Okay.
At the moment, it has to be online only.
How much do they go for?
$20. That one.
That's
And
not
there's
too
a black one as well, isn't there, Steve? There's a black one from Kmart, right?
Sorry?
The minifig display from Kmart.
Oh, yeah, I had some of those here.
Yeah, so that's the big one. What about the one with the maxi figs in?
Oh,
the other one.
Yeah, they're from Kmart as well.
Yeah.
Wait.
You fit? No.
Okay.
Liam,
He's just getting his son to show us.
No, I can't get you anything.
Yeah, he's just put us on mute so his son can pick up and pass the big case to us.
Thanks.
It's like the Uber food delivery from before as well. So this is the Kmart.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a reflection.
Try and do it so that you can see the characters instead.
So I think this one is better than the other box one. I think. How many studs deep is it, Steve?
I think it's 4. I think it's 6x4 plate. Non-Lego, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's actually 6. I think it's 14 by 6. So, yeah.
So they're on the Kmart website, right?
Sorry?
They're on Kmart.
Yeah. You know what? I had one behind me. I could have just grabbed the one.
Do you have a name on the box, Steve?
Anko.
Okay.
You get the dodgy.
And they go for roughly $20 as well, or are they?
Oh, that I couldn't tell you. I think they're about 16, but it's been a while since I bought these.
Okay.
I bought them mostly for the because they fit the large, like the large scale figs mostly. I couldn't get Gorilla Grodd or I was going to say World War Hulk, but it's not Gladiator Hulk, I guess. He doesn't fit in there because he's too big, too high.
Oh yeah, because a little bit on top of the head.
Yeah, so the standard sort of large scale big figs fit in there.
Okay.
Got a few.
I'm guessing it would also struggle with characters like Winston from Overwatch then, because of the backpack you can add to it.
I haven't got it, so I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I haven't seen that one in person.
Matt Laurel is saying that you can get the IKEA frames and backing from Roy O on Facebook. So if you like the IKEA frame look with the individual series, you can get that sort of display.
Oh, that's cool.
Something different.
And, Michael is also saying that if you're going to use the Kmart branded ones, make sure to swap out the plates for genuine Lego plates because they cause damage.
Yeah, okay.
I've had no issues with them, but others have. So,
yeah.
But yeah, like I said, you can use an 8x6 and a 6x6 plate, and they just slot in there, and it works fine. So,
yeah. Oh, we've lost someone.
Anita.
Okay.
She was having issues with her sound, I think, so made sense for her to drop out. She'll probably come back.
So for anyone that's interested, this is the Kmart display case that Steve was looking at.
Oh,
showing.
$20, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, so it's $20.
$20.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll put a link in the description for anyone who was after them. And they also have the other case, which is $12.
And I got some I got from Grant Dacos as well. I've got them over on this side. It's a bit of a pain to go and get them, so yeah, I'm not committed.
It's a Sunday.
Yeah,
you meant to rest, so.
So Andrea is saying that she uses IKEA frames with base plates on the back and uses minifigs to hold them.
Oh, are they those little squishy ones that they're like
the stress bricks? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I used to use mine a lot, and then my daughter needed one to squeeze when she was getting the wild knots combed out of her hair, and now I have two 2x2s.
I wonder how that happened.
She turned into the whole
squeezing. No, I'm just a 9-year-old with naughty hair. Really similar to the Hulk, actually.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying. She's turned into the Hulk just to destroy them.
Yeah.
Andrea, if you're watching, Ben would like to replace, what color was it?
Green.
Ben would like to replace a green 2x4 squishy brick if you've got a spare.
Oh my god, that would be so fantastic.
He will love you forever.
Oh, so much.
I'm sure if she's got one, she'll get it for you.
Sorry, who is that?
Andrea.
Yeah, mine.
Everyone's calling it Andrea, but it's Andrea.
I'll hit the postie come, I'll run out, and I'll just have this plastic, like, squishy brick smash me in the face really quickly. It's all exciting for me.
You're not Bailey. Bailey's the one that gets the 2x4s thrown at him.
Yeah.
He loves it.
I miss that guy too.
Bailey. Did anyone at Brickvention this year get given a random orange brick from Bailey?
I actually got given a bag of them because I won a prize.
Can anyone tell me what the meaning and significance behind the orange brick is?
Okay, have a look on the stud themselves. What is there a letter on the top?
No.
No.
Oh, B. Okay, B.
Okay, so I thought they were just here, maybe not. So the letters on the top, they are test bricks, but they're test bricks by Bayer. So Bayer being the Plastico petroleum pharmaceutical company, and they use Lego molds as their testers for all their plastics. And the reason being is because the quality of the Lego molds themselves is so stringent that they can get really, really high tensile runs, and so they can test the strength of their plastics incredibly well. And so what you'll notice is that there are different ones. There's A, B, and C, and I think there might be a D as well. And they are based on the quality of the plastic production at the time.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
There you go.
So it's a scientific experiment in a way, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And they some of the, I guess they'd be called collectible bricks out there. They're marbled colors, and they're not from Lego themselves predominantly. Some of them were, but the they were released. They weren't released. They were only in-house. They were only in-house for the test purposes before creating molds, kind of like the birds. I wonder if I've got one. I had one right here somewhere.
It does scream Bailey's wheelhouse, though, doesn't it?
Sorry, say again?
It does scream that it's Bailey's wheelhouse.
Oh,
it's his, yeah.
I shouldn't even be talking here. Like, he should be like right here. Like, that dude's a freak.
He's talking through you.
Yeah, I'm
Did you
channeling
get
Bailey.
the green bit?
Lego Jesus is coming to you, and
Sorry, Wade, what did you say?
Did you also get given the green brick? The green bit?
Yeah, I got 2 of those. And
This is the green brick that I'm talking about.
yes, there's a long one and a short one.
Well, I only got one, so if anyone who doesn't know what this is, actually, then don't tell people what it is. We might run a competition on that one.
Oh, please, that'd be amazing.
All right.
It looks
I'm
like
gonna.
it looks like one of those Technic axles with studs on the end. The molding of it, so they'll just chop off what they don't need.
one end looks like toast.
It does look like toast. Powdered toast,
Like
man.
a Technic shovel.
It is definitely not toast, and it is definitely not offcut.
It looks like a guitar. Is it too?
It's
Can
a
you
shovel.
can you add that in for the competition?
Sorry,
it's a guitar. Add it in for the competition.
Actually, that could work.
Can I say one thing, that there is actually another one of those, and it's the one that I've got is transparent, and it has an axle, but it doesn't have a stud on the end. It has a ball, like a ball joint ball.
Ooh.
Oh.
Make things fly.
Like a
Seems like we got given different little test things. Interesting. I have to talk to you, Mr. Bailey.
He's a good man.
Ben is the Victorian Bailey. With better hair.
With better hair. I don't know about that, man. I don't know. I don't know. He's got amazing locks. Amazing locks. I'm the ISO Bailey.
You've got a bit of the a bit of 50s going on at the moment, I think. Bit of the
Oh, yeah.
swerve.
Yeah.
Looking pretty cool. No, don't do that.
And you're rocking the Wookiee
Oh,
look.
no, it's ruined.
Never upset the Wookiee.
Hang on, now I can do this.
Oh.
Give me a high five.
Which way? Hit.
Down.
Yeah.
1, 3. Yeah.
Feel the hot. No, don't go there.
It's like he's a Muppet, Steve.
Yeah, that's good. We'll call it a Muppet.
Anyway.
Not a hand puppet.
Wait, can anyone still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. Because I've been working on another bit of a Lego project, which is a stop motion variant. I'm working on a bit of stop motion.
Okay.
Which my first one I've done is that I've tried to recreate Daft Punk's Robot Rock with Lego.
Dude.
Nice.
Which I can, if we can screen share it. I've got the file and everything. Hopefully, if we can. So I just don't know how
to add your screen.
Screen share. All right. How now? Click screen share. I am. It would be an application window. Hopefully, I'll select this one. Just let me know.
Why there's a guess in the chat for you too.
Right. All right. Can everyone see this?
I've got you on screen, but you're only sharing the stream.
All right. Here we go. Can everyone see that?
Yep.
Yep.
You might want to turn your volume down.
Yeah, does this have copyrighted music in it?
Probably.
Yeah,
may
probably
get
best if we don't show it.
You might want to mute it then, because we can't show copyrighted music on the stream.
Right.
Beware the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah.
So I'm
well, you
pretty
can.
sure.
You might get in trouble for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But I'm happy to watch the stream or the video. Huh. Okay.
Because I did. Mind you, I did. Well, technically speaking, on second thoughts, it's not necessarily copyrighted because I do have a license with Apple Music, so I do pay.
Yeah, but my channel doesn't.
You might, but Wade probably doesn't.
Right.
And
that's
that's
how
an
these types of
individual
things
license.
work.
It's a use license, not a perform license.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what? I think it's better to listen with music. So I think
If you want to post a link to it in the chat, or
I'll probably still trying to set up a YouTube account. So I think I'll
so next time
probably
we can definitely share it and
yeah,
show
I'll
it.
I'll probably have a few more. I'm still trying to get a YouTube channel set up, so I'll probably be able to put it up then.
Okay.
Hey,
no worries.
Ben,
Yeah.
have you ever used Studio before?
Studio IO or
Yeah. So, did you know that you can use that to create all the frames you need to stop motion animate?
You can.
Oh yeah. You can set up a whole render queue. There's something for people to think about if they're interested. So you can set up a whole render queue of photos and move the frame rate individually, step by step, and then move all of your model parts individually, piece by piece, so your camera doesn't actually move, or only specific parts move. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find one quickly. I created a couple of things earlier. Where are you?
Something I created earlier.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm good like that.
It's good. You don't have to worry about lighting. You won't have to worry about lighting or anything like that.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
You can set up everything. And now that there are glow-in-the-dark bricks and those kind of things, you can do so much more too, which is really, really rad.
Hold on, let me add your screen to the thing. There we go.
Am I online?
Yes.
In my iMovie thing.
Yep.
Okay, so this is the first one I made. Pretty rough, and I was really tired and experimenting. I don't know why it's not playing that one.
Did you press play?
I did. There we go.
Did you press play from the start?
No. Stay. So this is the first one I did. It's really, really rough. You can see it's jaggedy all over the place, and you probably end up having some form of seizure. I experimented around.
The roboting didn't help.
Oh, really? Okay.
You might have too much going on. Might be too.
Yeah.
Maybe just play it on the top like that. We can still see it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So that's a really, really rough one.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can, I don't know a huge amount about animation, so it's just me fiddle faffing around. I'll jump out now. Oh, unless you want to, this is kind of fun.
Oh.
Yeah, it must be the applications, the amount of applications you're running, and then you get the robot and that.
So that's like the building of the skate park, right? Oh, cool.
You missed my comment, dude. I asked about the orange snot bricks.
Didn't we talk about that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
we talked about that.
Did you? I asked
Yeah.
I asked you where you got them.
Oh.
I didn't use any of those ones, dude. They were all headlight bricks. But
I claimed. I said I claimed part of your, part of that build is part of mine because
dude, you will forever claim glory. So okay, let me just explain this inside joke to the at home.
Kate, did you want to be added back in?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't work now that it's not the same part.
Random hand as well.
So, orange 1x1 snot bricks are exceptionally hard to come by. They came out in one set, and I needed one of them. And yeah, it was really, really frustrating to get my hands on. And
it was a mix or something, wasn't it?
This guy is amazing. He's like, oh yeah, I got one of those. Yeah, one of these.
You wanted it, you needed it. It's yours. It's all good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
If anyone sees that man on the street, I don't know if he drinks coffee or anything, but buy him a cuppa from a distance. Amazing. Steve's an incredible.
If we see him on the street, we'll be going, why aren't you in lockdown? Why aren't you at home?
He's going all
and he'll say the same thing to you. Okay, so there you go, guys.
A little bit of a plug for Ben. Is one of his ideas projects. I'll let him talk about it.
Okay, sure. So this is a skate park. This is the one I briefly showed earlier. You can go back and have a bit of a look.
I love it, dude.
Thanks, man. I love it too. The whole the whole concept here was I really love the idea of stop motion animation. I've got some really great animator friends of mine that inspire me tons, and a lot of really incredible skaters who inspire me tons as well. And so I created this as something to be able to create your own stop motion animation, be inspired by skateboarding when you can't be outside doing it. Because I think skateboarding is insanely creative, like all the amazing mockers in the world are insanely creative. And there is this intuitive ability that comes around when you've developed your sense with Lego, like talking about young Ben earlier, looking at his builds and seeing how he's brought things in and used great ideas and readapted things. And skateboarders are exactly the same. They learn new tricks because they know that it can be done. And I think that is incredibly valid when it comes to the skate world. And so this is a homage to predominantly the skaters that have inspired me over my life, in which there are heaps. Also to the fact that skateboarding in the Lego universe is all sport orientated. It's very rarely recreation. It's very rarely seen as a creative practice or anything like that. And so I really wanted to bring that in. And as far as a module set goes, it's built on a 48 by 48 base plate. And I've had an amount of interesting feedback from that because, okay, it doesn't fit the regular module standard. One of the reasons I did that is because in a skate park, you need flow. So you need a large amount of area to achieve that. And so this has that. The other thing is that when you add a 48 by 48 base plate to a corner unit of a module, all of a sudden you have room for back alleys. You have room for a garbage truck to come down and collect things. You have room for all these things. And because they create a 16 by 16 base plate, you can add everything in there without any loss. So I just thought it was a really fun and fascinating idea. If you zoom in on this first photo here, yeah, this one here. So you can see this black mass on the right-hand side of Technic lift arms and beams. That's the one. So that there is a camera holder. Yeah, that one. So it has rubber grooves on there, so you can slot your smartphone in there and do all your stop motion animation shots straight with that. It has a little handle on the end, so you can hold it and slightly rotate it by putting pressure on the bottom. And then there are those transparent arms with the gray and orange, I guess, plates on there. Those ones there. And they are so you can grip the boards and press them into the plants or press them into anything else that's on the actual landscape themselves. So you can create really intricate and tricky moves and then wipe them out in post-op.
Dude, the orange really makes it pop. That's what.
Thanks, man.
It just grabs you. Just the orange grabs you with those.
It was originally going to be medium azure, and I really like that too. But I think the orange is just way more vibrant.
So for those watching or in the chat, I've put a link to the ideas project in the chat.
You guys are amazing.
Please go support if you like the project.
Dude, if anyone asks, orange was for OHS.
Yeah. Hey, and I want to say, if there are any people out there that have already voted for it, I haven't checked it in the last little while. Thanks so much. The amount of inspiration I get from all of you guys, from talking to you at Brickventions, at different events, everywhere, has been great. And over the years, I've received so much, I guess, praise and honorability. But you got to understand that it's a very, very two-way street. You're all amazing and inspiring builders in your own right. We don't always have the same abilities, but just like skateboarding, set your own bars. Be able to achieve what you want to achieve by your own standards, and then adapt those things.
I always say, think exhibition, not competition.
Yes.
The only person you're in competition with is yourself to improve. You know, be inspired by everyone around you. Don't feel you have to compete with them.
Yeah, and share something actually on that, Steve. I remember maybe it was last year. It's definitely happened a few years in a row where, if you've seen me at Brickventions, I'm the loud guy talking to 25,000 people. So I've been standing around talking to people about certain builds or mechanisms that I've used or whatever is going on inside it. And I've had other brickhead dudes walk past and go, "Hey, man, don't give your secrets away." And for me, I want you to have all my secrets. I don't care. I want everyone to be able to build amazing stuff. And if there's something that you need that somehow I've pulled off and that really grabs you, come and ask.
Yeah,
just come and ask.
I somewhat get why people want to keep their secrets, but at the same time, it can come off as a little bit of a. I don't want to swear or anything, but you probably know what I'm going to say regarding that type of move. But it comes off as very elitist of sorts to a certain extent.
Yeah, and look, in every creative community, and Lego is absolutely no different. There are the purists, and then there are the ultra purists. Who won't use Duplo, who won't, whatever it is. And so be it. Like that's inevitably how it's going to be. And everyone's got their own opinions. And I think that's one of the things that makes any form of creative community so vibrant, is that we do have our own opinions. And we can go, "Hey man, why'd you do that? Have you thought about trying it like this?" The one thing that gets in the way of that is arrogance.
Yeah. Hey Ben,
yeah,
I hate the whole competition side of it. But my roller coaster, I use Duplo, but I also use Quattro. Just for I wanted to use Quattro for the sake of it. And, I'm like,
I actually would love to see you make an Indiana Jones Temple of Doom setup, but with a Quattro brick as the boulder.
Oh, see, Jason and I, we might have done a micro scale version of that already. Well, during our little that hour, was an hour session or 3 hour session you get. You know the one.
3 hours. I can't even remember.
You need to make the whole thing. Yeah, that's what we did. So yeah, we'd have to do a large scale of that.
Please.
Just a quick reminder: we have 15 minutes before the mock competition closes. So any instruments that have to be emailed through need to be emailed through to info@brickventions.com.
Quick, Ben, hurry!
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Does anyone know where to get good Lego bundles or stuff? Because I'm having a look on eBay now. Or does anyone else know where anything good to get big bulk parts of Lego is? And also to answer Brent's Holmes question, Quattro wasn't it before Duplo? Or was it after Duplo? No, it was before Duplo, wasn't it?
No, it was after Duplo. It was kind of like a younger version of Duplo again. It had much softer edges. It was more pliable to hands that were learning to grip as opposed to hands that were learning to put things on.
It was something between Primo and Duplo.
Yeah,
double the size of Duplo. And yeah, it was only around for a few years, but yeah, really good for really early learning. Thank you, Kel. Sorry.
I just put a link to a picture of Quattro.
Ben and Wade say hello.
I didn't say hello. I said hey, Kel.
Oh, he loves you.
Yeah, if anyone wants to see what Quattro looks like, I've got a picture I just put up into the group chat. I believe that's Quattro. That was just a quick rip from
Did you put it in the group chat or the private chat? Okay.
The private chat. Sorry.
Let me bring it up.
Yeah, but the question is, does anyone else know where to get good, like bulk Lego?
You can normally find some stuff on like buy, swap, sell groups on Facebook. Maybe it's because I collect other things aside from Lego, but there's a reason why eBay's got the reputation of Evil Bay at times.
Yeah.
The hyperinflation.
Facebook marketplace. There's lots of places, but it's a very competitive thing. A lot of people are chasing it, so don't be surprised if you don't find it in the area. Like I know in the area I live in, there's a couple of people that are really quick on it, so I don't even bother looking anymore.
There's a company in Queensland called Brick Resales that sell bulk lots of parts, bags of Lego, etc. So that may be an option if you're after plants. Or
can you just put a description, a link into the description, so I'll give it a quick Google.
Yeah, Judy comes to Brickvention every year.
Is Judy Friedman?
Yeah. Yeah. So she buys bulk secondhand Lego, cleans it up, washes it, and lists it for sale.
And sanitizes it probably at the moment.
It's reasonable prices for the bulk stuff, and she does like a surprise monthly box as well. So you can get like a subscription service and get, I think it's half a kilo of Lego and 5 minifigs for $30 a month, including postage.
Wow.
So you can do sort of like the VIB club and stuff.
I'm having a look at it now.
Yeah.
So how do you access the shop part?
Sorry?
How do you access the shop part? Because I'm on the main page.
So you just need to go to products.
Right.
Yeah, and have a look through all the shop. So yeah, it's worth having a look. And she does have some rare stuff sometimes, so that's really good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
So pulling apart this daily bugle, I found this guy, Head Paul. He was sitting in J. Jonah Jameson's chair. Head Paul.
That's right.
Yeah. I had a spare head. I got 3 of this guy, so got 3 of him. Yeah.
Oh, dude, you make me dribble, man.
Wow.
We're trying to keep this PG. Thank you.
Hey, I didn't say your money. I said dribble.
Oh,
I just laughed. I didn't respond.
Who knows? With the fact that Deadpool 3 is going to be made by Disney, we might actually get some straight to
that'll
shelf
be cool.
Deadpool sets.
So yeah, Brent, Deadpool has been made by Lego in one set many years ago before the R-rated movie. And it's probably never going to be made again.
Something like that.
Sorry?
2012 or 2013, I think it was.
Yeah.
When
they were still doing X-Men sets.
With Deadpool 3, I think they could do it because part of me thinks that they're going to try and hammer in the Disney censorship of sorts as one of the running jokes in the next Deadpool.
Well, yeah, they don't swear in the comics. They make out as if they're swearing in the comics, but they bleep that out. So they could do that. and every time he tries to say a word, it can be like a duck quacking, or they could do whatever.
Yeah, I was going to actually say that they could do something like that, but because he's aware of what's actually going on, the more he does it in the movie, the more frustrated he gets. And then one of the post-credit scenes could just be him going to one of the people going, what is going on?
Or just not make it, just leave it as it is, and leave the two that were. Don't worry about it.
I think if Disney were to create a new Deadpool movie and they didn't go down the same path as the first two, it would be a flop.
Oh yeah,
like instantly.
Yeah.
So good
As
luck.
we learned from a very merry Deadpool, whatever the G-rated version of Deadpool 2 was.
Well, if we want to know what Disney can do to a franchise, hello Star Wars.
Too soon?
Yeah,
I don't care. I'm not a fan. I don't care. I mean, I like Star Wars. Don't get me wrong, but
Disney screwed Star Wars.
I feel like before I was 10, the best Star Wars movies were made, and that was the end.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Disney doesn't get. Disney doesn't get Star Wars.
They don't make an addendum to that, because I've got a bit of a differing opinion of sorts.
Well,
yes,
George Lucas was way better. Yeah. That's all I have to say.
The recent movies have been pretty bad overall. I think some of them, like Rogue One, were all right, but that's just personal.
Rogue One wasn't too bad. I will give you that. Especially,
I disagree.
2 minutes of it.
There's too many explosions, if you ask me.
I think that's part of the setting for it, at least.
But that feels like the where they haven't created; they've actually expanded on what was there originally, and that's why that's successful.
Yeah,
I do think that the Star Wars shows, like the season 7 of Clone Wars and the Mandalorian, have been pretty good. So I think just the blanket statement of Disney ruined Star Wars is
the Mandalorian
not entirely accurate. It just depends on.
The Mandalorian is so overrated. Seriously.
Look, to be honest, I totally get that. I think the Star Wars hype in general made The Mandalorian before it came out so like, oh my god, and then so inevitably people are going to get the knickers in.
Wow, there's a baby Yoda.
Yeah, but it's adorable. Yeah, so's any small child. No, you're right.
I mean, at least Baby Yoda is slightly better than Dio or whatever the insert cute droid here from Rise of Skywalker was.
Dio.
There we go.
Yeah. Look, I think The Mandalorian personally was really good, but I didn't look at it from a Star Wars perspective when I watched it. I looked at it from more of a cinematography based perspective. I didn't want to. I started watching it without any preconceived desires for Star Wars, because I love the Mandalorian race, and I like that as a concept, this warrior race of people. And I wanted to see what they would do in a visual format, because there's been lots of other animated references, Boba Fett and Jango Fett, whatever, over the periods of time.
Fun fact. There's been rumored that Boba Fett, the cast list, seems to be suggesting that Boba Fett's going to join. Yes. Seems to be saying.
I just want to point something out. When I say it's overrated, that doesn't say I didn't like it, and I watched every episode as it came out. But I just don't think it's the greatest thing that was on television at all. And a lot of people will go into a tangent and how great it is. Hello, Chris, if you're out there.
I completely agree with that. There's been a lot of things that I've reviewed that people have said, this is the greatest thing ever, or this is the worst thing that's ever happened to insert franchise here. And when I've looked at them, I've just gone, it's okay.
The worst one for me was running out of petrol. That's your story. I've run out of petrol. That's the storyline for episode 8. It was just horrible.
Because guess what? Do you know what it is? My dad agrees with episode 8 on that. We looked into it. Turns out it wasn't directed by J.J. Abrams.
Yeah. The storyline was horrible. So,
because then the problem is, I have to say, I'm still a bit. What do you think on the fact that Palpatine's return?
Well, he did in the like the Legends, so I had no problem with that. I was expecting to be cloned, so a more young and vibrant and fresh. So I had no problem with Palpatine returning. I mean, Darth Maul got cut in half and still returned. So
yeah,
as Darth Sidious says, the path to the dark side is people consider unnatural.
To me, at least, because I always try and look at things from a fan perspective and a critical perspective. The fan perspective for Palpatine returning, I thought was okay, a bit forced. On the critical end, though, it comes off to me as the final nail in the coffin of they really should have had one director doing all three of these movies.
Because J.J. Abrams had to fix up that it went. I have to say, 7 wasn't bad. I have to say, I
7
didn't
was
mind.
okay for what it was trying to be. It was the fanfare hurrah of
I think
look,
we've lost
guys, Star Wars back.
Yeah,
But-
it was okay. I wasn't my favorite.
I think we're boring Bok Bok with the Star Wars talk.
Sorry.
No, I got my roller coaster going.
Oh, it's finished,
nice.
is it?
It's a pivotal moment, you see.
Because Star Wars is one of those topics that'll come up again and again and again. Let's check this roller coaster out.
Yeah,
Show us the roller coaster.
Hang on. Here we go.
Ooh. Yay!
Nice.
Woohoo! How long has it been a work in progress for?
I like that it's Steve Howard. Hello, Steve. First things are Steve Howard.
I've only worked on it during MUGS meetings. So, mainly.
So a year and a half?
On a motor.
All right. So now the real test is when you want to relocate it to the place that you're going to store it.
Yeah.
I did warn you at the very start. You need to build it where you want to display it.
I know. But our room
Downstairs too. Have you finished downstairs yet?
No,
You
we're
started?
rendering. No, not yet. It's mainly there. Stephen's rendering the brick walls at the moment because they were really badly laid. So rendering them and then some shelving to build. And yeah, so it's getting there slowly. It's a bit slower now that it's that everything's shut, but like timber's quite hard to get. I think from pre-cut lengths and things. So.
Sorry, I just really want to briefly jump in just because it is 3 minutes to 4 o'clock. Wait, can we have that email address again for the musical instrument?
Yes, it is info@brickventures.com. Info@brickventures.com.
I was thinking I should have made just a rubber, a ruler, like a 40-centimeter ruler, because they were the best musical instrument at school where you flick it. They were cool.
Info@brickventures.com.
Yeah, I posted it in the chat, Ben. Info@brickventures.com.
Ah, there we go. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I swear I'm not entering right now.
Cool. So,
you got 2 minutes.
Sure.
You have a few minutes.
You can do it.
Okay.
Does it need to have a a specific subject line?
Like a pipe. It's a flute.
Sorry.
Doesn't need a subject line
or something like that.
I just had another thought. What do they call them? A wobble board?
You've got 5 minutes or 2 minutes, Steve. 2 minutes.
Hey, I'm giving inspiration for others out there. This is not
Maybe do like the thunder pipe of sorts.
Yeah, well, there's lots of things you could do.
So there's been a question from Matt in the chat. Has anyone heard about the new Harry Potter Diagon Alley coming 1st of September? Unfortunately, we can't really talk about sets that are not released yet or have not been cited in retail stores. There should be a news announcement for that coming soon. Then that's where I'm going to leave that comment.
Mate, all right. We've only got
I
about
personally
less
don't
than a
look
minute.
too closely into the Harry Potter stuff, so if that's why I don't know about it, but that's all I'm heading to.
What we can talk about though is the new Harry Potter Season 2 Series 2 minifigs have been found in the wild in Germany.
Really?
They haven't been officially announced yet, but they have been found in the wild.
Less than 30 seconds.
So
don't worry about the time.
Good.
Ben, have you sent your email? You've got 30 seconds.
Sent it.
I'm assuming you said yes because you went robot-y?
Yep.
Yeah. All excited. So yeah, the new Harry Potter series is coming out September. So that's exciting for collectible minifig collectors.
Kelly will like that.
It's quite a few good parts in there. A couple of new books and new animals. And new cups, I think, for Butterbeer.
The Phoenix looks cool.
Yeah.
Phoenix
I love
and the sword. The sword is
I
chrome.
love that
apparently.
Phoenix. I love the fact that we're getting Lego birds again.
Yeah.
Can we enlarge the bird so we can get a better look on forks?
Is that also a sorting hat?
You're a sorting hat.
Thank you.
No, it's not a sorting hat.
Oh my god, there's a Steve. Oh no, sorry, it was the wrong image.
Okay. So this is the minifigs.
So a new book, cups.
Yeah, there's a couple of new books.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That
so
fork's
Harry,
bad.
Dumbledore.
Moaning Myrtle looks good. Number 14.
Yes, she does, and she's got the Diary of Tom Riddle, and it looks like the old school book.
How cool is it? A hairpiece on? Is it Beatrix? Is that her name?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Beatrix. Yeah.
I'm
really
curious.
That
I'm
hasn't
curious
been
why
out for a
Hermione in number 7 has a baby.
I don't think that's
Yeah.
Hermione. I think that's meant to be Harry's mother.
Yeah,
Oh.
Harry's mother and father, so James and Lily.
Of course.
And that's
Of course.
baby Harry Potter.
That makes does that make more sense?
Oh, look at the monster book. Number 16, that's so rad.
I
Yeah.
really like the rib thing.
Oh god, I can't wait to see how people use that. That is so cool. And
Yeah.
those number
the-
3 and 4.
Have they got the
Sorry?
in-between size legs too?
The what?
You know, the medium size legs where they can bend with their
Oh yeah.
No, they're full size. They're all
full size or the small with the goblin, whatever that is.
Yeah, no, they're just short legs.
So is that orange or red on the sword?
Orange.
I think it's red.
Oh well, it's Gryffindor colors. So
Here we go.
Technically, both are
red dress
accurate.
or a black dress.
let's go Gryffindor colors, and we'll decide when we actually get the figures.
Yeah.
Love those
And
cups.
this is it's a new martini glass style cup.
But what about number 3 and number 4? They're cool too.
Oh yes, and they're butterbeer, and from what I understand, they're different colored ones.
Oh, that's rad. So clear and like trans black or something, or
I believe it's like a red and an orange for butterbeer.
Wow. The liquid
There
inside,
is-
right?
Yeah.
After seeing
I'm not
the
a big
cup
Harry
for-
Potter fan, but those accessories, you just
Yeah.
have to get them.
After seeing the cup for number 9, there's only one thing I can think of now that I see it. James Bond.
Martini.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Number 10, is that a case? Is that like a
Yeah, it's his joke case. So George and Fred. So they carry jokes. They run a joke store.
Yeah.
So
George and Fred.
Is it George and Fred? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's still going on at the moment, but I think there is a sale for Lego games, at least on the Nintendo Switch. You could get like the Harry Potter collection for like $30, I think.
Yes.
Where
on the eShop, on the Switch eShop. I know that much at least. I don't know about any other platform though. It was going on earlier on in the week. I'm not sure if it's still going on at the moment though.
Can you do a close up of number 13?
Number
Please?
13.
Yeah, down the bottom.
You're after his rad robes, aren't you?
I want to see what's going on there. I also like the hat. The hat's pretty cool. I like that there's printing on the arm pieces.
I like that he has the forearm strength to hold a broom upright like that.
I'm thinking Coming to America, just looking at it.
Huh.
Just with that, mostly the hat.
Yeah.
God, please do an Eddie Murphy mock. Oh, look at the 2x1 cheese slope in the book there. That is sick.
That is pretty. And surely that's got to be printed too. They won't have a sticker in there.
Printed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
going.
don't think any of the collectible minifigs have used stickers.
No.
Is that not Ronald? What's the other one? The
Neville.
one Neville. That's
Neville.
Yeah.
Neville Longbottom.
Yeah. Spoiler alert: is he the one that kills Voldemort?
No.
No. He kills the snake.
He kills the snake. Okay.
I think it was the 7th or 8th film that killed Voldemort.
No, it was the author. Can we go back across to the right?
I mean, to be fair, he's died how many times throughout the movies and books?
Just up.
He was only mostly dead.
The dad there. That's weird with the. Does he have any facial hair? It sort of looks like he's got.
Sideburns.
No, just on like chin, or is it just glare from the?
No,
I think it might just be glare.
Yeah.
It's amazing that they put John Lennon in as Harry Potter's dad. That's really cool.
It does look like John Lennon's glasses, didn't it? Yeah, it grabbed me. I thought something about that one.
Hello, I'm Harry Potter's dad. Yeah, works really well.
Can you do his mum?
It'd be Yoko, and I think that'd be really insensitive.
That's all right. No, I thought you were going to go somewhere else with that. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, Michael, it's printed on the edge of the cheese slope.
I wonder if there's any printing on the inside.
I was just thinking the same thing.
There might be. I'm not sure.
We won't know until they're released, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
unless people start leaking more of them.
Could be a review on YouTube or something. If anyone cares. Not that I'm suggesting you should.
Sorry, guys. Deborah just said that was not Neville, but George or Fred Weasley, I think. Were you talking about number 16 there, Deborah?
That's what we were talking about, number 16.
Yeah, number 16 is Neville.
Number 10 and 11
are Fred and George.
These are the twins.
George, yeah. Love those guys.
See, I'm a bit disappointed that we don't have different figures. Like with Lestrange is in the Burrows set, this release of Harry Potter sets, and Neville was in the last series of CMFs.
But there's a different teacher down the bottom there, and is he from the Ministry of Magic, number 13?
I think so.
He's not a teacher.
Look, I think this is going to be an inevitable crossover. You make an amazing point, Wade, and I've thought that a lot too. But thinking about even just the Disney sets as well, there is always going to be this crossover. I would be
like,
I'm okay with Lestrange and stuff being as a double up, and even the main three you just circled as double ups, as long as they're actually worthwhile outfits. If it was just like a reprint of the school robes or Lestrange another version of a pretty dress, like, come on, man, like, seriously, Lego. But at the moment, I think the way they're doing it is all right.
I think the only time that it's okay for the double ups between the collectible minifigures and an actual set is something like the second wave of Disney figures that had the old school Steamboat Willie Mickey in it. Yeah. So it was either you could get it on its own if you wanted to, or you can buy the boat as well.
Yeah, that's a fair call. That's a really fair call.
There was differences though. There was differences in the colours of some of the parts.
They're different. Like, there's parts that are different. Like, I think Luna is a good example of a different character, but Harry, Ron, and Hermione, the only real difference in such a plain figure is the accessory that they've got. If you took their wand and their accessory off, you wouldn't really know they're Ron, Harry, and Hermione.
Yeah,
that's my thinking. I think that's kind of sucky. Anyway,
I really hope that the wands are released in that rad little sprue.
They usually do, yeah.
Cool. When are these? These have been released in a German store, yeah? So they're not out in Oz yet.
They're not out in Oz. They should be released the 1st of September.
Cool.
So current retailers have them on their order list, so they should be coming soon.
Sweet.
Retail of, I think, $6 a packet.
Sweet.
Is there a reason why they held back on releasing them with away from the other sets, though? Because you'd think that it would be
Minifigs
smart
come
to...
out every 3 months or 6 months, depending. So they're just following the CFM cycle. And I think
Fair enough.
because Harry Potter are releasing another direct-to-consumer set in September.
Oh, really?
That's the one that we can't talk about. Sorry?
It's a CMF. You didn't say CMF. You said
no, direct-to-consumer set. So another big Lego set for Harry Potter, similar to the castle in September. So they wanted, I guess, figures to go with it. I'm not sure. Yeah.
How far, using the minifig scale parts of the Hogwarts, though, how far into building Hogwarts have they gone now? Does anyone here actually collect the Harry Potter sets?
I do.
No.
I think they've covered the majority of it. Like if you put them all together on a table, they look pretty well laid out, I guess.
Are they all connectable?
Yes.
Yeah, they are.
Cool.
Hey, it's Lego. You can connect anything together with Lego.
Yeah, fair call. But somehow I don't think Exo Force is compatible with Harry Potter.
It is.
So, you know, as rad as that would
Your
be,
imagination.
Make it compatible.
It's your imagination that stops.
More so, like because Lego were flaunting that the Hogwarts sets were all interconnectable, right?
Yes, they are.
They are, and how does it look when it's all set up? Like, does it actually flow nicely, or is it a bit chaotic? Or
I'm looking for a photo of it because I've not actually laid mine out because I don't have room.
While Wade looks for it to the chat, if anyone has the Harry Potter stuff and the old Exo4 stuff, I want someone to make a mock that has the gate from the first year, the Heroes base. I want that gate surrounded by Harry Potter buildings. Someone do that, please.
You're fantastic.
Ben, 2017.
Yep.
2017, we mixed up Toy Story Army Men with Exo Force robots.
Yes.
You can do anything you like.
Yeah, that's a very fair call. That looks really nice, actually.
So obviously this is 3 sets, I think.
It looks like there's space on
the Whomping Willow. It's not all of the sets
because you can see the connections on the other side of the tower.
Yeah, I can't find an image of all of the sets, unfortunately. But yeah, it does connect reasonably well. The only problem that I've seen with it is in one of the astronomy sets that have come out, the astronomy tower has a greenhouse thing that connects, and it doesn't really fit with the rest of the connections. Like it fits, but it doesn't connect properly. So, yeah, Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Sorry.
I had a question from Brent before in the chat. Where did I get the gingerbread people? So on MUGS, I posted a photo of gingerbread collectible minifigs. So 2 of them are from the gingerbread house set, and one of them is from the CMF series.
The one with the mustache. The one with the mustache is from the house.
Yeah. If you need details, you can message me. I may have a bag full of gingerbread people, so if you need one,
and the baby
to help out.
Such a weird sentence. I just pictured you like reaching behind and pulling out like a big bag of like non-Lego related gingerbread men, and you're just putting Smarties on for buttons and stuff. Like, wow, you're really branching out there, Wade. That's fantastic.
How'd you like to cook?
Yeah, me too. I love gingerbread. Would eat that forever.
Does anyone?
Not the
Wait,
ABS one.
Does anyone have any ideas for the new winter Christmas set?
No, I haven't seen any rumors for a new winter's set yet.
What do you think it might be?
I'd like to see some sort of Santa set again, because I don't think they've done Santa or Santa's Workshop for a while.
I'd love it if they did like a crossover with zombies. That'd be cool.
Yeah, or an Australian Christmas where everyone's covered in rain, getting sunburnt, and then being covered in snow, but then getting sunburnt.
Don't forget your Holden. Don't forget, you can't forget your Holden.
Well, yeah, you have
Holden Barbie
in the front yard.
Can't forget your illegally lowered Bogan Commodore.
I don't know. I've been trying.
Bit of front yard cricket
over the Commodore.
Just casually has Steve Smith just comes in. Just casually, Steve Smith gets his own little reference.
Bit of sandpaper.
Yeah. Imagine if Lego actually put a 1x1 tile in yellow to drag sandpaper. Would be hilarious.
Just briefly, because I'm going to have to go shortly.
Okay.
Just letting people know that my latest instructions, the flatland sections that aren't all that exciting but are quite necessary in a skate park. If you are interested, they've just been released on Rebrickable as of an hour ago or half an hour ago. So you can go and check that out if you're really feeling it. Can I borrow the screen for a second? I'll just show you guys what it looks like.
Yes, you can.
We probably should be wrapping up sooner or later.
Yeah.
Perhaps maybe after this we might want to end. Not trying to be the bummer here, but we've kind of gone 16 minutes over.
Yeah. We're not really on a time limit.
Just run until you finish.
Yeah. Ben, you're on your screen. Yeah.
Cool. So this is the little flatland section.
We see your
my face.
iMovie.
We're still in iMovie.
iMovie? What?
Yeah,
I don't even have iMovie open.
I think it's iMovie.
It's iMovie, all right.
I don't even have iMovie open.
Do a studio, I think.
I don't have studio open.
Whatever that is. Apple.
Maybe click stop sharing screen and then reshare it. Yeah, and now do it again. Sometimes it does that.
And now there's photos of you that are inappropriate.
Ah! I already sent those clown pants back. So this is. Can you see?
You didn't click the share.
Guys?
You can see your face now instead.
We try share screen again.
I tried. Here we go.
No.
Looks like looks like the mini Ben is better at tech.
Okay, here we go. Jump over. Can you see now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, cool. So these little flat sections become the core of the skate park. And over time, as I guess we reach other milestones, I'll be releasing more and more of them. I've got some really, really cool elements that are going to be released soon.
Cool.
There you go. So you can my Rebrickable. If you just look at Andrews, this guy right there.
If you'd like to see the Rebrickable stuff, I've put the link in the chat.
Ah, you're a boss.
So if you'd like to see any of the creations that Ben's done, I've put the link to that one in the chat.
And please have a look over that website. If you're not familiar with Rebrickable, go and explore that labyrinth of rad. There are so many incredible things on that website. Amazing.
Yeah, it's really good. And do you have an Instagram?
I'm in the process of setting one up at the moment, but I don't tend to take a lot of photos on this thing.
Maybe you should.
Sorry?
Maybe you should.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing a lot more digital stuff recently, just I guess because of ISO, and I've had a spectrum of computer glory land on my lap after a long time of saving. So look, I have a Flickr account. You can look up Ben Andrews on Flickr. It's otherwise known as Philosophical Bricks. So you can look that up. I think go and explore that labyrinth of rad is an exceptional phrase. You are so welcome. Use it. Actually, use that in relation to family Christmases.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so you can find me on Flickr as well. That's all I've got. I'm in the process of setting up an Instagram account. I'm in the process of setting up an artist page on Facebook. Look, in any way, shape, or form, don't ever hesitate. Reach out on Flickr, Facebook, whatever, anywhere.
His phone number is 05.
Yeah. No.
I have one question for you.
Please, mate.
What's up? I have another question for you. I noticed that with your mock, your skate park, I'm just going to share my screen. So you're using a built-up brick base for the base of your mock. Have you seen the new art base? So the new art base that's like a single brick with the Technic holes in the side?
Yeah, look, I have seen that. I do like that idea, but I wanted to make it a little bit more backwards compatible for people that won't go out and just buy that piece straight off the bat.
And in fairness, Ben, that's pretty much the standard. That's what you would use if you're connecting to other
that's right.
mocks. So you're doing the right thing.
With that form of base plate, that style was designed in, I think, a Chicago-based lug, and they built a micro scale city based off a Micropolis city scale. Thank you. And then it kind of became this international thing, which is really, really great. You've got to check that out. And so I've used that kind of module base for so many of my builds because it is just so stable. This one here, the underside of it has, it's just like a cross lattice of bricks to the middle, so it's stable from every direction, and a framework around it with thin plates. So you're not using two 16 plates or 16 by 16s, just one of those on the top on most of them. But yeah, I love those art bases, and I think they'll become an invaluable tool for the future, especially for these, because they are a plate or so, maybe even 2 plates thinner than the regular base that I've used on this. So you'll be able to get lots of different depths and decency.
They are damn expensive. They're like almost $10 on bricks and pieces, but they're all like that. And
that might just be because of the fact that they're brand new pieces.
Well, this is the, and considering that they've gone down the path of creating a whole new mold for an exceptionally large piece, right? Like, we're not talking a small piece. So considering they've gone out of their way to create such a large mold, I would venture a guess and say we're either going to see more art sets coming out like that. We're either going to see more raised base plates that become more of a modularized thing. So i.e. the Harry Potter sets, and they all plug together in this kind of thing. Maybe they'll have a lot more things based upon those. The same with the busts, like the Star Wars busts and this kind of thing. I could see the future of those happening where they're all on that style of bases, made all pretty and ornate, of course, but then so you can snap them all together and have them on top of it.
I personally think that they might make more of the Mario bases with the 2x2 slots in them.
Yep. When you showed me that, I went, "Yep, that's got to happen."
Yeah, I think it's great.
My hope with the Lego art sets is that at the moment, it's a little bit of an iffy situation from my perspective, at least, because a lot of them, 3 of the 4 of them, feel like you have to get all of them in order to get the most out of them. Like the Beatles one, for example, you're not going to get one to make one picture of one Beatle. You're going to get 4 of them.
Yep.
So I'm hoping that more of them in the future lean more towards the Marilyn Monroe, where if it's okay to make one of them if you want to, only buy one of them, instead of needing to buy 4 of the exact same set.
Yeah.
And getting tons and tons of spare pieces as a result of it.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, you could always pull them apart and build the next Beetle. You don't have to build only one thing with it.
True, but a lot of people who will be buying it will want to get all 4 of them together.
I understand that, but if you're buying it just to build it, then that's good. But you can rebuild it into something else. So you don't not pigeonholed into having to have all 4. But if you're displaying them, then of course you want to have all 4. But not everyone displays them too.
Yeah, so. I saw a mosaic of Marilyn Monroe, the set one released, done by just a foal. And he had done like every quarter was a different color tone, which I thought was fantastic. I would love to see the same thing done with the Beatles, but just like a quarter of every Beatle.
Okay.
Just another one. Actually, if anyone out there is watching, hit me up. Show me. I want to see it.
That'd be a way to sort of cram them all into one, like buy one set and cram them all.
Yeah, of course.
Do it. Yeah.
The mosaics is one of those things that that there were some lucky people that got to see those things a long time ago. That couldn't talk about them for so long. And oh my god,
were they the 4 that you that have been released the only ones that you saw that you remember?
You're still under NDA about it.
Probably. I can't remember any others.
Okay. Yeah.
So they could be or they could not be. I can't recall.
Nice work, Steve.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Like, I think they've done a interesting job where they've released Iron Man as a Lego Store exclusive, but all the others are through retail stores. And I think they know what's going to sell well, which is Iron Man. So they're just controlling that release at the moment.
Well, I think Marilyn Monroe and the Beatles, I think if they were to be released just through the Lego store, they'd be cutting their nose off to spite their face, because those ones,
it's so niche.
I don't think they're marketed to the regular folds. They're marketed to new clientele who love art, who love and have a sentimental appreciation for Lego, but wouldn't necessarily go out and buy the new Harry Potter set if it came out tomorrow. So and you're right, Michael. I'm not begrudging Lego at all. It's more so that if they were to just have the all of those kind of art things, which I think are beautifully niche within a niche kind of market, all within the Lego store. Well, my dad loves the Beatles, right? Loves the Beatles, but if he saw them and went, wow, that'd be a really fun weekend project, I don't really see him rocking down to Chad's to pick up a set.
No. What the thing is, this is to open up to the general public. We do exhibitions like Comic-Con. And it's not so much to sell tickets or anything like that. I think it's just there to open up people's minds to what you can do with Lego. You look at a set like the Friends set, and that went gangbusters. And I think the idea of that set was more to open up to those that aren't into Lego. There'd be a lot of people that weren't into Lego with that Friends.
Sorry to cut you off for a moment. Then, there we go. Never mind.
Oh no, that's right. So a lot of moms, grandmas, those sort of things that might have this set for themselves. So yeah. So just again opens up the market, and that's a good thing for Lego. New customers.
I guess my biggest issue with them is that a lot of them feel like it's trying to force you to buy multiples of the same set to an extent where they could have probably divided the Beatles up into 4 different sets and just had that be the 4 different things.
And
At least
have
you
it,
felt like you were buying 4 sets and not 4 of the same thing.
Yeah.
So would you prefer to be forced to pick your favorite beetle and only create one image for $50 less, or would you prefer to be able to build whatever beetle you want for the $200 price tag? So
Yeah,
my
that's the big trade-off, though. That's the
You
thing.
know, we all love George Harrison, but seriously,
Yeah.
John, Paul, and Ringo are going to go before before George. Poor George will get stuck on the shelf. So
I'd buy.
And yeah, that's the problem. Like each mosaic set has about 1,200 tiles left over at the end of it.
Whoa!
Yeah.
So it's 3,500 tiles or something, or plate or whatever the studs.
I think it's
and
studs.
then you only use 2,500 or something in the back.
How many of those new elements, the base, do you use? Is it 4 or 9?
You use 9. So
okay.
Sick.
Even then, like paying $90 for 9 of those. It's like worth it really at the end of the day.
The Rambling Brick did a breakdown of the costs of the studs in each set. And he went with the studs and the tiles in each set. It almost is the $170 worth of studs and tiles. And then you have the cost of the new part, and then suddenly it's actually worth buying the set now rather than
the individual parts.
The individual parts, yeah.
I'm not saying it's not worth it.
The 5th beetle. Michael wants to know if we're going to get the 5th beetle.
We need a Yoko.
Yeah, that should have been the secret build, because you know how like the Star Wars one and the Iron Man one, if you get multiples, you can make a bigger version of them. That the 5th beetle should have been the secret build if you buy 4.
Ringo had like a full band picture.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
I think Ringo's alternate build would have been Thomas the Tank Engine, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. As Thomas comes through the tunnel one more time because I've got public service to do.
All right, so we have just crossed the 3.5 hour mark. How is everyone feeling about streaming? Or
I'm happy to get off. I don't mind.
I think we've reached our point.
Yeah.
I think we've pretty much anyone who's been watching for the whole time is probably we've been going for quite a while, so I think probably should end.
I think we're good.
Yeah. All right.
What do you reckon, Michael? Do you want to keep watching us ramble about nonsensical understandings of small ABS hobby time?
Michael, did you want to drop in the stream and actually talk to us in person? Give us a 22 if you do.
You can take my spot. I'm happy to head off.
All right. So
Michael.
I guess that's no.
Michael's ready to jump in.
Always. What?
Yeah, Michael.
Good on you for coming in early, buddy.
Yeah, like just as we're wrapping up.
While I remember,
right, so we might go through the formal closing down procedure then. So once again, if you have not voted on or made a comment on the door prize post on MUGS, please make sure you make a comment. You may be eligible to win the Speed Champion set.
It's a good one. That one comes with a sticker that's clear, so you can put it onto a different color. So if I manage to win that, I'll create like a different color Ferrari, I think.
Porsche.
Don't you have like 6 different colors so far?
Of 2. There's a green and there's a white one, but the white one has the white one has the sticker's trans, so you can put it onto any color. So that's good.
Okay. So if you haven't commented on the door prize, please go and comment. There will be a poll up soon on the Facebook group for the mock competition. I believe we might have a couple of entries now if someone emailed them in time. Not naming any names. And we'll be back next month for the MUGS August meeting. So there'll be a post about that coming up soon.
September.
September. Yeah, whatever month we're in.
We're in August at the moment.
Are we?
I'm getting to you.
And I'll talk to Ben about doing some live streams about techniques or something. We can swap in. Hold on.
That would be
Kate, I'm removing you because you've gone to a spinny circle. Hey, Michael.
Hello. Replace a spinny circle with a solid circle. Well done.
Yeah.
Little spinny pick Bok. What are you doing?
Yeah. Have you got contacts, Michael?
She's currently suffering a denial of service attack on her internet service provider.
She won't be happy that you booted her.
Hey, Michael.
Oh, she'll get over it.
I'm noticing you don't have glasses on. Are you wearing contacts?
Yes, that's correct, man.
Wow, man, that's really cool. Looking crisp, man.
Well, you know, you can't. I can't show you my face now that Ben's looking so suave. Jeez. Can't compete with that.
At least he makes it for the brick mention photo.
Oh, you just won the internet. Well done, Ben.
Okay.
Little spoon, did you hear that? I said at least he makes it for the brick fencing photo.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
I reckon that was a worthy myth. That was a worthy.
Apparently, Kate's laptop went flat.
Fair enough.
See, you underestimate the limits of my powers.
It's good timing.
You underestimate my power.
Yeah, you underestimate. But hi, Andrea. I'm just here for my stamp, so good day.
Yeah. All right, we're going to wrap up the live stream now. So thank you everybody for joining, and special thanks to everyone who showed up on the live stream in front of camera. It's been a pleasure as always, and we'll post more on the MUGS group soon for the next exciting things that are happening.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
Miss you guys.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
See you later. This Kate is a hit.